This could be the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. Listen to this.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
All right, can you hear that, or do I need to put the closed captions on, Michelle?
I need to close captions for that one.
All right.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
You're telling me?
I heard the last two words. Smells bad.
Right, all right, hold on. Let me play it one more time. Yeah, somebody sent me this link. Thank you for emailing me this hysterical link.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
This is on an airplane. I don't have any information. I don't have any info on what airline, when it happened, but clearly it's a guy with what sounds like an Indian accent.
Yes.
In English, saying,
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
Whoever is farting, please stop. It smells bad.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
Whoever is farting,
don't fart, please. It smells bad. So this guy is on an airplane. You can hear the airplane noise in the background, and I guess someone is ripping him while they're flying in the cabin. Someone's ripping him, and this guy finally, I guess, had enough, and he just makes an announcement in the cabin. He instead of like the flight attendant, ding dong, making an announcement, this guy just yells out in the cabin,
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
Whoever is farting, it smells bad.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
Oh, man. Can you imagine you're on a flight?
No.
Can you imagine like a long overseas flight and someone's just ripping butt the entire time?
Busting it, just going crazy.
Man, that could be my funniest audio bite of the day right there.
I had a similar situation, though.
Wait.
On a plane?
Yes.
Welcome, everybody. MJ here, Fester there. My lovely wife, Michelle, will join us in studio 3 days this week. It was yesterday. It is today. And then Michelle will be here tomorrow. She will not be here on Thursday and Friday because she's getting her face burned off again. The lower half, the upper half is, starting to, you still have a little bit of bruising on the upper cheeks there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Maybe you should come in on Thursday and show people.
No, because if this was the case, you should have come in on Tuesday last week. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but,
Thank you, Fester.
Yeah.
Thanks for having my back, buddy.
Well, because maybe I'm just starting to realize that maybe the content is worth the horror show.
Really?
the horror show will be your life calling your wife content.
Right. Thanks.
My wife has been content for the last 30 years. What are you talking about? So hold on. That happened to you?
Well, it wasn't exactly the farting thing.
Yes.
But I had a gentleman in front of me who was elderly, and he had an accident.
Oh,
no, he didn't have it. Did he have he had a colostomy bag.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh,
and so there was a
remember.
situation, right? And so
Yeah.
all of a sudden there was an odor, and I didn't know where it was coming from. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And then the woman next to me had seen the colostomy bag, so she was
Yeah.
like, she was digging for a mask. So this was like maybe a year ago. People were still like
You
wearing
were-
masks.
You were without me. Where were you flying?
Home from seeing one of the kids, or moving them in or something. And so I had a mask, she had a mask, and I had a couple extras in my suitcase up. And
What are you
was
selling masks on the airplane?
the husband didn't have a mask, and I was like, I have one up above, and they were like, can we get it, please? Can we get it? And I mean, unfortunately, there was like a mess in the seat. And
Oh, God, that's
It's in the fabric. And
That's
It was-
rough.
I know.
That's sad. I mean, if somebody
Right.
has that kind of an accident,
Right.
that's just a difficult situation.
But somebody just being disrespectful and tooting the whole way,
No,
gross.
That's
I
the
mean,
part
come
you can't
on.
control. You can't control it. When it's a rumbling,
What?
when it's
Come
time,
on.
when it's time, you can't hold a toot.
You can go to the bathroom faster.
Not every time.
All right, hold on. Fess, do me a favor. Go to the Googles.
Sure.
Go to the Googles and type in.
Can you hold a fart in?
Michelle, stop it! Come on, I'm trying to be a little restrained over here. My language, you just blowing them out over here.
No.
All right. So just type in, does gas increase on a flight? Or is there a better way to phrase that?
Does body gas pressure?
Yeah. No, does body gas? No.
We're talking about farts. I mean,
Exactly.
Does fart pressure?
How about, do people fart more on airplanes?
Okay.
All right, type.
Do people
What the
fart
What the hell are we doing?
more
What,
on
what the heck are we
airplanes?
doing here at the beginning of today's show?
Yes, people tend to fart more on planes.
Hold on. This is a Google AI overview.
Yeah, the first thing to pop up.
Yes, people tend to fart more on airplanes. This is because the cabin pressure drops as the plane climbs, which causes gas in your stomach and intestines to expand. So the dude with the Indian accent.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
Can you imagine you're on a flight, a guy just yells that out in the cabin?
I mean, generally speaking, there's a diameter to the toot zone. I mean, for the whole plane to
You
be
mean a
vomited.
radius? You mean like a radius?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Fester.
Me neither.
No, I wouldn't know that.
Oh, I gotta believe Fester's a treat to travel next to on an airplane.
I take up a seat and a half, and I fart the whole time.
Oh, stop.
I fart on the ground.
You know, this might be the first time we've ever opened up the show with Toot Fest.
Oh,
Toot Fest 25.
okay.
It's Toot Fest 2025 here on the MJ Morning Show.
I wish we knew who this guy was.
What,
Mr.
hold on, the tutor or the
No.
dude with the Indian accent?
The hero, the guy who.
Oh, the guy that's just yelling out, trying to help his fellow travelers and trying to curtail the stench in the cabin. Finally, this guy has enough and makes his own in-cabin announcement, his own in-flight announcement.
Yeah, good for him.
You know what they should have done? They should have dropped the oxygen masks. You know,
Right.
You know,
Okay.
that's what they should have done. You know, excuse me, flight attendant, can you please drop the oxygen masks? I can't breathe. Oh boy, should we just stop the show right now? Should we just?
That'd be great.
If this is where it's beginning, I don't know, maybe I should leave.
No.
I need an Uber.
You want an Uber home?
Yeah.
All right, 6:08 at the MJ Morning Show. Just getting rolling. Things will smell better from here on out for the rest of the program. At 6:08, Traffic's on. Let's grab Shrine with the latest. It is the MJ Morning Show, back in minutes. is the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105, 104.7 FM. MJ, Fester, Michelle, my lovely wife, doing 3 days this week in studio. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Michelle joins us live in studio. Hey, Andrew, you sent me this, I guess, press release from FDOT. They're going to close 275. Is it tonight? Or okay. Okay. No, it's not tonight. It's Wednesday. Gotcha. All right. So from FDOT, that is the Florida Department of Transportation. From FDOT. So this will be Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. So Wednesday into Thursday overnight, they're shutting down I-275. And that is going to be, let's see, southbound I-275 travel lanes on the Howard Franklin Bridge closing Wednesday night. The whole overnight, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m., and they're going to detour you off before you get to the Howard Franklin Bridge because they're putting up gigantic digital overhead signs, electronic message boards.
All right.
And temporary signage will assist southbound I-275 motorists traveling around the closure. Motorists should add extra travel time. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, a lot of extra travel time.
The closure is necessary for crews to install overhead sign structures as part of the I-275 Howard Franklin Bridge new southbound bridge project between Pinellas and Hillsborough. Well, hold on. If it's southbound, would it be proper to say between Hillsborough and Pinellas?
I don't know.
Between Pinellas and Hillsborough. Wait, you can't grasp this concept? Between... So, yeah, it would be from Hillsborough to Pinellas if you're talking about southbound.
Yes.
If you're Pinellas to Hillsborough, then that would be northbound.
Right.
I think they got that botched up. But anyway, that's going to be interesting. So 6 hours of closure. The reason why I'm bringing this up is I leave my house in the 5 o'clock hour. So I leave South Tampa, head 275 South Howard Franklin, and I've got to pay close attention to this because what if the project goes long? What if they don't have the bridge opened by 5 a.m. on Thursday morning? Then, I could be all screwed up good.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah, what's it?
Yeah.
I know you have difficulty using it, but there's a thing called Google Maps on your phone.
Yeah, look for the red line.
Yeah.
I will
That
say-
or like the little sign that says closure, the little symbol that says road closed.
The little X with the circle around it.
Yes.
On big closures like this, they do the best they can to open up as early as they can.
You know
Right.
what? I instead of having on the Google Maps, instead of having the circle with the red X in it,
Yeah.
I would like it to be more Family Feud style. Like the
Yeah.
rectangle with the with the X that's 2, and then of course 3, and then the Siciliano family is going to steal it. They got a chance, by the way. Yeah, they got a shot. All right, so Thursday morning, Wednesday night, so 11 p.m. Wednesday night into Thursday morning at 5 a.m., they're going to have the Howard Franklin southbound closed for 6 freaking hours while I guess they're hanging new signs. Yeah, so I might
Sick day for you.
I might just take the Gandhi Bridge that morning.
Or you could just take
yeah,
off.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
All right, 6:24 at the MJ Morning Show. Just a little heads up for you. I am now convinced. Well, I guess I've known this, but I just had never heard of this. This to me is I'm trying to figure out whether this is incredible or if this is just ridiculous beyond compare.
Could be both.
There is clearly an account, a group on social media for anything you can imagine. Do you know that there is a Instagram feed? There's an Instagram account that has 2.9 million followers where people just show pictures of sticks they found.
Ah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's called Official Stick Reviews on Instagram. Folks, don't believe me. Go check it out for yourself. Official Stick Reviews. One word, all run together. no dots or hyphens, official stick reviews. And people just post pictures of interesting sticks, like tree branches. I mean, sticks. I mean, just a natural tree stick.
This is fascinating.
It is.
And people,
You don't find that interesting? Look, they have a store.
listen, yes.
I'm gonna get that bag. That's so cute.
What, they have a stick bag?
They have merch.
Yeah.
They have merch. So what? This guy's got a Y. What is he trying to say? This is his divining rod. To find water. Remember that old gimmick, that old racket? All right, I'm looking at this site, official stick reviews. There are 2,345 posts, 2.9 million followers. I'm scraping to get to 25,000 followers, and there's nearly 3 million followers for an Instagram account with sticks that people find in the freaking woods.
See,
Look at the squiggly one.
and you put a little badge of your country. This is what? Is this Belgium or Germany? What country is this? Look at that beautiful stick.
The one looks like a sword, a little ways down, like naturally like a sword.
Look at that guy. You're right.
Oh my gosh.
Let me read the description. The header, the description under official stick reviews on IG, on Instagram. The internet's go-to for stick reviews. #StickNation. Email officialstickreviews@gmail.com. We reserve the right to post and share submitted content.
Yeah.
So people, you email a picture of you and your stick or a video of you and your stick.
Look at this amazing stick that looks like a snake.
It's like a serpent.
Yes.
Hang on.
Look at that.
Fascinating.
Click the audio.
Snakes in the grass, you'd better move fast. You'll be poisoned or be strangled to death.
What song is this?
That's an old Dolly Parton song. It sounds
Is
like
it?
it sounds
Is that
like Dolly,
Dolly?
doesn't it?
Be poisoned or be
Why are you muting it?
strangled to
I thought we were done
death.
with it.
No,
many times do you wanna hear it?
I'm
Snakes in
unmuted.
the grass, you'd better move fast. You'll be poisoned or be strangled to death.
I was going to
All
repeat.
right, so Andrew says it's Dolly Parton's "Snakes in the Grass." All right,
I
so
don't know that I've ever heard that Dolly song.
yeah, I'm not an expert on Dolly Parton's full repertoire, but this is incredible. People and their sticks. Just you're on a hike. You're walking through the neighborhood and some interesting shaped stick falls off an oak tree in Hyde Park in South Tampa, and you take a picture or a video and you send it to this Gmail account. Then they post the stick in you.
This is great.
I'm fascinated.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I mean, it's limitless. I mean, look at all these sticks.
And they're all different.
Look at this one. Looks like a Grim Reaper.
I know.
What is that called?
A scythe?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Is that, does the Grim Reaper hold a scythe? Is that not? Well, no. A sickle is different than a scythe. All right,
I think it's the scythe.
Faster, go to the Googles again. What does the Grim Reaper hold?
What?
All right.
Yeah, the answer deaf.
Just type in.
does the
What does the Grim Reaper
Hold.
hold? And I think it's called a scythe.
Yep.
SCYTH. Am I
Scythe.
pronouncing it right?
Now we got to go to the Webster
Yeah.
Dictionary.
Now you go to Merriam-Webster Talking Dictionary.
M-W.com. How was
It's SCYTHE.
Yes. That's
Is-
the way you spell
but-
it.
S-C-Y-T-H-E.
That's but is it pronounced scythe? All right, go ahead and hit it. Go.
Scythe.
Scythe.
Yeah.
Well, I'm close. I hit the others. There's two.
Sigh.
A scythe. What?
Sigh.
Scythe.
Scythe. Listen, I was pretty
Scythe.
damn
I
close.
like that one.
Scythe.
Yeah. So the Grim Reaper holds the long stick with the metal blade. It's a scythe or scythe, an implement used for mowing grass, grain, or other crops, and composed of a long curving blade fastened at an angle to a long handle. Wait a minute. The definition doesn't say that this is the freaking scary-ass thing that the Grim Reaper holds. That needs to be in the definition.
Are you scared of it?
Oh, listen, I got to be honest. It's a scary implement.
Okay.
All right, that and a hoe. Hoes are scary.
Very scary.
Very scary hoes,
And expensive.
especially if their pimps are nearby.
Yeah. That's
Very,
Mhm.
yeah, hoes are very, very scary.
very inexpensive.
Anyway, should I start following this stick Instagram account?
Do you
I'm going to
have-
start following.
But do you have interest in sticks from around the world? That's the thing about Instagram, MJ. You want to know how to gain followers, be consistent and let them know what you're going to deliver to them. You're all over the place. And here, you're getting official stick reviews.
I'm telling you right now that this is going to become a TV show on HGTV.
Yeah.
Before you know it, there's going to be a half-hour series of sticks around the world coming this fall to HGTV.
I'd watch it. How's that not streaming on Amazon right now? Prime is dying for content.
Sticks around the world, stick in the mud, stick up your butt, whatever. And then what? Then they have a yearly awards ceremony for like the.
They do.
The 2025 Sticky goes.
Yeah, the Sticky or the Miss Stick Universe or the Miss Stick Universe pageant.
All very thin people.
No, the best stick, not people.
It's called Stick of the Year.
Do they have a stick? Do they have?
Yes, I'm telling you.
Hold on, they have a stick of the year?
Yes.
I mean, official stick reviews.
It's the second post in the thing.
They probably have a stick of the year.
This is freaking crazy. That's absolutely insane. I'm not making it up. Go check it out. Instagram, and it's what is it?
Official stick reviews with an S.
Yeah, official stick reviews.
Yeah, this is the stick of the year for 2024, and it's a hell of a stick.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a good looking stick.
Yeah, I see.
Just all the different shapes,
right?
And weird similarities to other objects. Wow. All right, 6:31. You know what? If you find like a branch that has like a knot, it could look like a Cinnabon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was some further down that they do have that like coiled,
like a,
effect or whatever. And interestingly, sometimes it looks like two straight ones with the coil in the middle. You got to think to yourself that might have been a snail. Really?
Sticks.
Over 2,300 posts on this. Yeah, so
I said that like 10 minutes ago.
Amazing, the variety.
All right, 6:32 at the MJ Morning Show. Early morons in the news rolls next. My favorite feature of the day where we just let the morons rip here on the MJ Morning Show, Q105, 104.7 FM. Let me tell you. It is 641 MJ Morning Show. 641. If you don't have a watch on, if your phone is lost, then most people tell the time from their phones these days. I guess if they have a smartwatch. But I'm still a mechanical watch guy. Give me a mechanical watch any day of the week. So if you don't have any access and you're getting ready for work and you just need to know what time it is. It is 8:30 right now with the MJ. No, I'm kidding. It's
You're late.
6:41 MJ Morning Show. Early morons in the news. Taste the rainbow. Yeah. Guess what? Taste unemployment. Taste firing. Man, this is not good for your career. This is not good for the health of your occupation. Florida deputy tried to smuggle drugs hidden in a Skittles bag onto a cruise.
Oh, man. Come on, officer.
Man. A Miami-Dade sheriff's deputy arrested Happened on Friday after he was reportedly caught trying to smuggle drugs onto a cruise ship, hiding the pills in a Skittles bag. Francisco Mello, 36 years old, had been a Miami-Dade deputy for the past 6 years, according to Channel 6. That's NBC down in Miami. But was arrested on Friday morning. The sheriff's office said that Mello was relieved of duty following the arrest. According to arrest reports, Mello was taken into custody at the Royal Caribbean Terminal in Port Miami. It's not far from Joe's Stone Crab. You ever been there?
I have not been to Joe's, although I have been to the cruise terminal.
I've only been to Joe's Stone Crab once. Remember, Michelle, do you remember that?
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. Well, was that before Janet Jackson?
It was. It was right before the Janet Jackson concert.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So good.
Oh, man.
I had a steak.
Yeah. Yeah, you go to Joe. That's right.
They were out of steak?
I don't eat seafood.
No. She had a steak.
Oh, I thought she had a steak.
No. She had a steak. What's wrong with your ear?
I heard. I'm telling you what I heard. Why I asked.
You got Twinkies jammed in your ears?
I wish I had Twinkies jammed everywhere.
You go to Joe's Stone Crab, famous for the colossal, huge stone crab claws, and Michelle gets a freaking steak because Michelle doesn't like seafood.
Don't like seafood. And I remember who took us.
Who? It was one of the record guys.
John Bulos.
It was Bulos Gali?
Bulos Gali.
Yeah, John Bulos. What record label? Was that what record label was Janet Jackson on?
1993, because it was before we were here.
Yeah,
I think so
before we came to Tampa, before the Power Pig hired me, I was mornings and program director at a station in West Palm, and we were invited down to the Janet Jackson concert at was it like the American Airlines Arena back then again?
I don't know.
It was 1993, and it was dinner at Joe's Stone Crab, and that's a tough place to get into.
Yeah.
They say the maitre d' there makes like $1 million a year,
right?
Because people are like throwing him like $100 bills in order to get in. That's like a total spiffing place where you got to spiff the guy.
I don't see the appeal.
Yeah. God. Oh no, the Stone Crabs are phenomenal. Yeah.
Which, by the way, Bulos Gali gave us this big tip that, when you go to New Orleans and you go to the nudie bars, he brought his kids home T-shirts from the nudie bars for souvenirs.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a tip. That's the
takeaway.
takeaway.
The tip. When you go to a place like that and you're like, out carousing around, partying, and you like forget like, oh crap, I gotta bring my kids some stuff home. He was like, yeah, I brought my kids home some T-shirts from the nudie bars from New Orleans. We're like, what?
Is there a payoff to that?
Yeah, I'm just telling you what the tip is. That's his tip.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have asked him to elaborate, he could have given you a couple other tips.
Yeah. So he was a record guy with whatever label Janet Jackson was on. It was Virgin. Yeah, Virgin or A&M. I guess she was on both labels.
She was here recently, by the way.
1993. Say it again.
She was here recently.
Janet? Yeah.
You didn't take me to that one.
We met her too.
We did, but you didn't take me to this concert.
Which one? Oh, the one locally?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I remember Joe Stone Crab. Anyway, so how did I get here? Oh, because the cruise terminal's near.
Yeah.
But listen, can you imagine you go to the police academy, you get a career going.
Got 6 years on the force.
6 years, Miami-Dade sheriff, deputy sheriff, and then you're fired. You're let go because you tried to get on a Royal Caribbean. The Allure of the Seas. Wow. It was a 4-day music festival. He was stopped and searched. They do that. The cruise ships, they do random searches. I've heard about this.
Well, that's what I was wondering. The story doesn't say how.
Yeah.
Does your story say that?
Authorities used a confidential informant.
Yeah, I'm about to get to that.
Okay.
Detectives said they obtained information indicating that Mello planned to smuggle methyl endoxymethamphetamine, MDMA.
Let's see how quickly you can say that.
That's why they call it MDMA.
I had no idea that was the name of it.
That's Molly. Oh, yeah. Listen, MDMA stands for methyl methamphetamine.
Okay, I don't need to hear you like you're in stroke rehab over here. Okay, I get it. Just call it MDMA. All right, today we're going to learn how to walk again, MJ.
Or hey, just call it Molly or ecstasy. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. It's Molly, ecstasy, MDMA. A search of Mello's luggage revealed 60 pills hidden inside Skittles candy bags. Taste the rainbow! Tell you what, you're on that much Molly, you're tasting rainbows. Rainbows are falling. Rainbows are smacking you in your ass if you're on that much MDMA.
Sounds like he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those pesky informants.
Yeah.
Because how many Skittles bags or snacks do people bring on these boats that just go through? I had the easiest boarding process on a cruise. I thought it was a breeze. I didn't.
Yeah, they searched you and they found all kinds of snack cakes.
You know what?
You were smuggling Little Debbie's on.
They found
you had a suitcase full of Little Debbie snack
all
cakes.
Snack cakes.
Yep, and Hostess fruit pies.
But they, as far as the carry-on stuff goes, it just goes through, and they everything kind of goes through. Go ahead, all right, have fun.
A CI, a confidential informant, had recently purchased the same kind of pills from Mello in December. Yeah, Miami-Dade sheriff expressed her disappointment in the deputy in a statement. Narcotics don't just harm those who use them. They devastate families and fuel crime. No one's above the law, and this office will not tolerate criminal behavior from anyone, especially those entrusted to enforce it. The actions of this individual are a betrayal of public trust. And he was charged with possession, sale, and trafficking of a controlled substance. And as of Friday, he was still being held in the Miami-Dade Correctional Facility, $25,000 bond. I would imagine he's probably out by now. But can you imagine? You're a law enforcement officer, you got 6 years, and it's over. It's done as you're trying to smuggle a whole bunch. I guess he was probably trying to sell them.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that he was going to try to sell. This was like one of those EDM, the electronic music cruises. It was a chartered music cruise on Royal Caribbean.
He was going to make a ton of money on this.
Yeah, and he was going to sell these things. Man, that's a bad cop.
Yeah, missed the cruise.
Oh, do you remember the gentle dentist? Do you remember we called his office, I think. Do you remember the gentle dentist up in the Villages that took a golf club and smacked some guy? I mean, that's a real gentle dentist. A dentist got into an argument and took a golf club and cracked someone over the head with it up in the Villages.
That's a good time.
Well, there's an update on that. He's claiming self-defense in the bloody altercation. So from the Villages News, local dentist accused of beating a man with a golf club is arguing he's immune from prosecution because he was acting in self-defense. Dr. Eddie Cha Orobij. It's Dr. Eddie, and then it's Cha, C-H-A.
Right.
And then O-R-O-B-I-T-G. Dr. Eddie Cha Orobij, 54, facing a felony charge of aggravated battery in connection with his arrest at the Harbor Hills Country Club up in the Villages. Yeah. So tomorrow morning, a motion calling for dismissal of the charge is going to be heard. Yeah. His self-defense claim is rooted in Florida's stand your ground law.
Okay.
His attorney argues that the dentist and his teen son were golfing at the country club in Lady Lakes when the alleged victim and his wife were improperly walking on the golf course. And the dentist, claims that the man gave the objective impression of a mentally deranged individual, so he took his golf club and started whacking him with it.
He's already got mental issues.
It sounds like they were walking across the golf course.
You can't do that. I mean, that's poor golf etiquette.
Yeah, but you also don't take your Big Bertha or your 9-iron or your one wood. You don't clobber someone over the head with the damn thing.
Does the stand your ground, castle doctrine type law apply to the green where this guy's walking across?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Yeah. Claims that he thought that the individual was deranged. What, he just took preemptive measure?
If I hit everybody in the head who I think is deranged, I mean, I'm causing a lot of head injuries.
Yeah. So the claim is that the man took a violent swing at the dentist with a 40-ounce water bottle, striking him at the forehead, and that's when they started fighting. And this guy clocked the walking dude over the head with the golf club. EMS responded. They determined that the other man had suffered potentially broken ribs, a potentially broken jaw, a ripped earlobe, and possible traumatic brain injury.
Yeah, that's what happens when you throw a water ball at somebody on a golf course. Sometimes you get your ass kicked.
Well, again, that's just a bizarre. But the funny thing about the whole story is that Dr. Eddie is known as the gentle dentist, as opposed to what? Dentists that, put you in excruciating pain?
I mean, there has to be, there's like the sleeping dentist. He's not sleeping. He puts you to sleep.
That's insane.
So if we went to Dr. Eddie's office right now, is he wearing like an ankle monitor?
I don't know. Is Dr. Eddie, I would imagine he's probably still practicing while.
Yeah, why not?
While this thing is being litigated.
People need their teeth cleaned.
Yeah.
And their cavities filled.
You know how this guy takes teeth out? Whacks you in the mouth with a golf club. That's how he extracts teeth. He grabs a putter and just smacks your teeth out with a putter. The gentle dentist. That's great. All right, 6:53 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, I have a couple of stories which these individuals I think qualify for Educators of the Year. When you think of educators, teachers who dedicate their lives to making a kid's life better by making an educational impression upon them. Well, I've got a couple of candidates for Educators of the Year, folks. And if you think this is going to be a remotely serious segment, well, you're mistaken. That's going to be next here on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, also, an insane tenant-landlord dispute over blank. What causes a landlord to shoot a tenant? Kill them. I'll tell you next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Hey, I shared this. MJ, pump up the MJ. 702 MJ Morning Show, Q105, 104.7 FM. Welcome to the 7 o'clock hour. Of course, nice meaty segment here, but the big Mama Jamma, Mama Jamma, Mama Slamma, Bama Whamma starts at about 7:25. That's when we launch every morning. Every morning around 7:25. Over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. So that's coming up, as usual, right around 7:25. All right, Michelle and I had a conversation last night. And, well, let me preface this with, if you don't get a res early, you're kind of screwed. You're kind of out of luck. With a large amount of establishments, in our particular situation, we might not be out of luck for several reasons. But what event is coming up that you got to make a reservation for? That if you don't make a reservation, you might not get your first, second, third, fourth, eighth choice of where you want to go. Andrew, our executive producer. Andrew, can you please turn your microphone on and share your guess with the audience?
I'm guessing Valentine's Day?
That would be correct.
Oh.
Yeah, so big event coming up, Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And if you're planning on going out, you better, hop on the bandwagon now.
Well, Valentine's Day is on a Friday this year.
Yeah, so it's a very convenient day. Valentine's Day on a Tuesday and Wednesday kind of sucks. Now, restaurants love it. Now,
right.
Restaurants love it. From a restaurateur point of view, Valentine's Day on like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they love it because that's an opportunity to just jam up sales and be packed on a night of the week that generally is a bit slower. Because, listen, Friday and Saturdays are typically the busiest nights of the week for restaurants. So when it's, early. But this year, Valentine's Day is going to be a Friday, which already for most, successful restaurants is already a busy night to begin with. All right. So this year it is a Friday. And
have you made our reservations yet?
I don't think we need reservations.
Well, that's why I was suggested it.
I know. So Michelle, who happens to be in studio this morning.
So wait, you don't need reservations because you know the maitre d'? Is that kind of situation?
Oh, yeah, we know the maitre d', right?
I mean,
yeah.
Wait, you go to some fancy place? You going like Outback?
You
don't need reservations at Outback?
Close.
Dude, listen, when you say a fancy place, you come up with Outback? If you're talking about a fancy place, come on, Fester, you know better than that. You're talking about a fancy place. You're talking about...
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night. Got that Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake.
No, it's not Applebee's, though, but that's fancy, obviously. Fancy like Applebee's. No, Michelle actually made the suggestion. So for Valentine's Day, Michelle has made the pick. Fester, would you like to take? Come on, I see your little brain whirling over there.
Michelle got excited when I said Outback, and then you play the Applebee's thing.
It's neither. It's not Outback.
No, but is it in that?
Oh, by the way, with Outback, how did it take so? Let me just before we go off in the actual answer here. Before I forget, Outback. Have you seen the latest commercials for Outback about a steakcation? Like a play on. How did it take so long for someone to figure that out?
It makes you want to go there to get a steak?
No. Well, listen. Outback does a great job. But seriously, how did it take so long for them to come up with a play on staycation? People that stay home on vacation, instead of traveling and spending a lot of money, you have a staycation. How did it take so long for any restaurant or steak chain to come up with steakcation instead of staycation? That's hysterical. I just saw a commercial the other day for Outback and staycation instead of staycation.
But what makes it so funny is the teenage daughter who gets irate and tosses the game board because it's not a staycation, it's a staycation.
She flips the Monopoly board up in the air or whatever the hell that was.
Right. Something crazy?
That's funny. Yes. What? Yes, Fester.
I think they might have stole it. Because Outback is a local company.
Yeah.
I type in staycation into Google. And the first thing that comes up is Burns' staycation package.
Oh, so we got a place to call.
It's the name of a package that Burns Steakhouse offers through the Epicurean Hotel.
Which is their hotel across the street on South Howard.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
How many of these Outback hoity-toity muckety-mucks go to Burns with any degree of regularity for some kind of corporate shenanigans? And they saw the word staycation, and they said, hey, we're going to take this in our national campaign.
I wonder how long Burns, and listen, I'm a big Burns fan, I wonder how long Burns has been using staycation.
With a hyphen between the K and the C.
Wow, that's interesting. I wonder how long they've been using it.
And now Outback is getting the credit for this, national ad campaign with the staycation. But I type in staycation. I didn't type in Tampa. I didn't type in anything.
I need to determine first date of usage. That's what we got to figure out.
Probably not copyrighted.
Does anyone have a service mark?
No.
Hold on, Andrew.
Talk on the mic.
Andrew, hold on a minute. Andrew, what date did you find for staycation?
According to the Marriott, where the Epicurean is.
Yep.
The valid stay dates were from November 21st of 2024.
They could have been doing this promotion for years that we just never thought of.
Wow.
That could be the this year's dates.
And then the Outback Staycation,
I don't know.
That looks to be, somebody comments on it on January 3rd, 2025. And listen, I just saw the commercial. I just think it's clever, a staycation. Yes. Have we uncovered a scandal in the steak industry?
Listen. Big meat.
Big meat.
They're very upset with this undercover investigation.
709.
Ricky Ribeye wants to have a word with you.
709 of the MJ Morning Show.
So where are you going for Valentine's Day?
Michelle brought this up, and Michelle said maybe we want to make this our yearly tradition. So, Michelle, would you like to suggest what you said last, or would you like to discuss what you suggested last night?
I'll give Fester another hint.
Yeah, okay. If I recall correctly,
Yeah.
and I don't know that I'm correct, but didn't you go to like the OG last year?
Yes!
Because your mother-in-law,
That is correct.
your mother-in-law, who is an amateur comedian over there in the hills of Virginia,
Right.
gave you a gift card to the Olive Garden.
Yes.
And
So Michelle's mother,
knowing that you always poo-poo them.
Michelle's mother gave us a Olive Garden $25 gift card, and we used it. It's been a year, Michelle?
It's been a year.
Holy frigamoly. I can't believe it's been a year. So last Valentine's Day, Michelle and I went to we went like at 5 p.m., right?
I think even earlier.
I don't think it was earlier than 5 p.m.
3:30?
Yes, yes.
We went at
I think
5 p.m.
Because that's the beauty of the Olive Garden. Is it's open all day. So you can go
They're
whenever
open,
we're ready.
They're open 24 hours. It's like the
Well,
Waffle. It's like the Waffle
okay.
House.
You know,
All right,
a lot of restaurants are open,
You want endless soup and salad at 3 a.m.? You go to Olive Garden.
No.
Yeah. All right. So, they're not open 24 hours. All right. So, Michelle suggested that we make a yearly tradition out of it. And this year, we go to Olive Garden again for Valentine. Now, we don't have a gift card.
Oh, wow.
Well, you
So,
know.
I'm going to be totally out of pocket on this sucker.
Tough times.
I think you can do it. I think you can manage.
I mean, maybe there's a coupon or something.
All right. So, you want to book it? You want to book Olive
Do you
Garden?
need reservations?
That's the other thing. I don't
No,
know.
no. I'm just saying for us. I'm not talking about
yes,
like.
I'll put it in my calendar.
I don't think if you go to Olive Garden, I don't think
All
there's a reserve a table on.
There's not?
What are the open
Resi?
Resi or open table? Yeah, I don't think Olive Garden has Resi or open table. You just kind of show up.
We didn't have to wait.
Yeah.
The food was tasty.
No, we
the
walked right
service
in.
was excellent.
Oh yeah, our server was very good. All right, so folks, here it is. People bust me. Oh, MJ, you're so bougie.
No.
You're so fancy. Oh, you
hold
this
on.
and that.
Let's
and
get this
fancy
straight.
restaurant.
Whoa.
What?
You're mocking the Olive Garden by doing this.
No, I'm mocking the people
No,
that are
you're mocking
that are
the Olive
no,
Garden.
I'm mocking the people that are mocking me that give
Why
me
don't
a
you go to
hard
Olive Garden this Friday night?
Well, we could do that as well.
Okay,
You
see,
want-
that's what you're mocking. You're making a
No,
mockery of
no,
Valentine's Day.
I'm
by
not.
saying, oh, let's go to the Olive Garden with the unwashed masses.
I didn't say that.
No, that's what you're
No.
saying.
I didn't say that at
Listen,
all.
Reading between
I'm
lines.
saying that some people bust my chops because I like good food, I like good restaurants, and some people, give me a hard time. I talk about, we had a great meal at X restaurant, and people are like, oh, it was fancy. Oh, you go. So I'm just saying that we're going to go to Olive Garden. Michelle's suggestion that we now make Olive Garden our yearly Valentine's tradition. So, Michelle, so Friday, February 14th, right? Valentine's Day.
3 p.m. Lock it in.
We're not doing 3 p.m. Why would we do 3
Get it out of the way.
No.
Get that food out of the way. Get home. Have some wine. Watch a movie.
Let it digest.
And then go to bed.
Or hey, get after it.
You guys ready for contenders for Educators of the Year?
Yeah.
I've got two stories. As all the kidlets are getting ready for school this morning, let me share with you two potential Educator of the Year candidates here on the MJ Morning Show. One is right out of Florida. This is insane. Florida principal arrested for having a party with over 100 juveniles, many of whom were drinking. I mean, what are you thinking? A Cocoa Beach. That's where I Dream a Genie was from, right?
Was
Cocoa
it?
Beach? Yeah, I think
he
so.
was an astronaut.
What?
Wasn't the guy an astronaut?
Major Nelson. Yeah. A Cocoa Beach elementary school principal and teacher were arrested after police busted a house party attended by more than 100 juveniles, many of whom had been drinking. The Cocoa Beach Police Department said officers responded to a home on Sunday and observed a large crowd, many of whom were wearing matching T-shirts. What is it, like family reunion matching T? You ever see the people out on family reunions and they had like T-shirts printed up?
That's a good time, man.
Yeah, they go to like Disney.
Yeah.
You ever see them running around like
Yes.
Universal or Disney? And it's like a whole family from like Indianapolis, and they got 30 family members. They're all wearing some silly T-shirt that some auntie had printed up. All right. According to police, alcohol was available in coolers at the home, which is owned by Roosevelt Elementary School principal Elizabeth Hill Brodigan. I don't think this is good for her career. Police said that while officers were investigating the party, a juvenile was located on the front lawn, apparently hurling. There was a drunk student, a juvenile, just hurling, puking on the front lawn from obviously overconsumption of alcohol.
That's a good time.
Yeah. The juvenile was experiencing, quote, an alcohol-related medical event.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know what that's called? That's what that is.
That's an alcohol-related medical event.
Oh, my God. How do you keep your job as an elementary school principal?
Oh, come on. It's not like the elementary kids were there.
It was only junior high schoolers. Come on.
So what was the connection with the junior high school?
Yeah, how does this happen? No, I don't. It was juvenile. So, how does this happen? So, according to police, the principal, Hill Brodigan, was seen by officers in the driveway of her home turning off the outside lights and entering the residence.
Okay.
What? I'll turn the lights off so the police can't find the house party.
Everybody be quiet. The cops are outside.
Wow, this is insane. In addition, a traffic stop was conducted near the home, resulting in the arrest of a juvenile driver for DUI. According to authorities, an intoxicated woman identified as Carly Anderson approached officers and said that she was a teacher and had been at the party. It was later discovered that she was a teacher also at Roosevelt Elementary School. So the principal and a teacher, an arrest warrant was obtained for the principal for child neglect, contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
All right. So are these 16 and 17-year-olds or 18-year-olds?
I don't have ages. It's just juvenile. So clearly they were under 18. But how does an elementary school principal and an elementary school teacher, why are they having a liquor-fueled house party for juvies? 15, 16, 17, whatever they were. I mean, one was driving away, so at least, 16 years old with a license.
I mean, maybe they had a kid in the high school and they were the host of the party.
That's what I was thinking.
That's just nuts. There are no details to that effect, but that's not good. So a Florida woman who happens to be a principal, what a dope. I would imagine her career is done.
You would hope.
Yeah. All right, and then here's the second candidate for Educator of the Year here on the MJ Morning Show.
You would hope.
Wow. Remember Jeffrey Toobin?
Okay.
Remember Jeffrey? Remember the CNN analyst Jeffrey Toobin?
The man who changed the dictionary. Yes.
Yeah, he was on a Zoom call, and I guess they took a break. This is a couple of years back, and Jeffrey Toobin was on a Zoom call with other media folks, and I think it was like some pre-election coverage like 4 years ago. I think it was for the 2020 election, and they were doing some pre-election coverage, and they took a break from the Zoom call.
Let's take 5, everybody.
Yeah, so sure, that's what it was. All right, let's take a break. We'll reconvene. And during the call, he decides that he's gonna, rub, he decides he's gonna self manipulate.
Yeah. Jeffrey Toobin, is it a 5-minute break or a 10-minute break? It makes a big difference.
So he is seen on the Zoom. He starts, manipulating himself. He starts, self. All right. So here's another story. So you think you'd learn from this, right? Wow. A teacher at a high school on Staten Island did the same damn thing while on camera in a Google Meet. Video showed Jeffrey, Robert Torres.
Okay.
Yeah. So video showed Robert Torres, a teacher at high school on Staten Island in New York, with his pants down, conducting personal manipulative actions on his groinage.
Wow.
I don't understand this. You've been on a Zoom. Your camera's open. I mean, they tell everybody to cover your camera no matter what.
Oh, my God.
What's happening?
I mean, if you're in a meeting, you have access to a camera, you put it on, but then you have to shut it off and you have to mute yourself.
The teacher was co-teaching remotely a class with 15 students and another educator. The fellow teacher was shocked, instinctively recorded the incident on his cell phone. So the teacher grabbed the cell phone and started recording the computer screen of the teacher with his pants down, going to town. What the hell? Out of control. All right. So, again, two educators vying for Educator of the Year.
I'd like to point out that we had an MJ Morning Show Microsoft Teams meeting yesterday, and Andrew was the only one without his camera on.
By the way, who would win this Educator Award? Would it be the teacher and principal with the alcohol-fueled party, or would it be the dude going to town on his crotch on an open Zoom?
Why do they call it going to town? what a weird.
7:20 at the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. So stand by. Hey, let me tell you about Veterans Ford. My friends at Veterans Ford will give you, hands down, the best deal in the area on a new Ford car, truck, or SUV. Very simple process. You know what you want. Maybe you want an F-150. Maybe you want an F-250. Maybe you want a Bronco Sport. Maybe you want a Mustang. Maybe you want the newly designed 2025 Explorer. Maybe you want an Expedition. Whatever Ford you want, you go to Veterans Ford, you tell them you heard it on the MJ Morning Show, and you want the MJ deal, and blam, you're going to get the best deal in town. So the question is simple. Why would you go to another Ford dealer? 1 hour and 20 minutes of non-stop MJ starts right now. Included in this whopper of a long segment, a note that was slipped to a woman at a restaurant. So a woman's out on a date, and she slipped a note. What did the note say? What does it mean? What would you do? If you were slipped a similar note by other women and you're on a date at a restaurant, what would you do? This is very fascinating, standing by. Hey, Fester, you sent me the story yesterday.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the hell? Is this 1997? Fire breaks out at Sears in Brandon.
Of all the places,
Wait,
this happened over the weekend.
Oh, hold on a minute.
What?
Fire breaks out at Sears in Brandon. Wait a minute. How long has Sears been closed in Brandon?
Has it been 8 years?
It's
10 years?
It's got to be a long time, right?
I mean, what have they been using this?
Hold on. Fire breaks out at Montgomery Ward at Tampa Bay Center.
I mean, seriously.
Fire breaks out at Burdines and West Shore.
I mean, the Burdines at least went to become Macy's.
Oh.
Sears are out. I mean, I admittedly, I do not go to the Brandon Mall or the Brandon Town Center
Holy crap.
very often at all. I mean, it's just out of my way. But I had no idea that there's just a vacant Sears there that they've done nothing with.
Listen, there's a lot of vacancies at West Shore.
Mm-hmm.
Their Sears is empty.
Yeah, I haven't been to Brandon Town Center in a long time.
I think last time I went there, I went to see Jack Harris's show.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, it's been that long.
Yeah.
It's just not in my... I don't go to Brandon to go to the mall.
So
Sorry.
Saturday night, a fire broke out at the Brandon Mall. So there's just, an empty Sears shell still there? It was never filled with anything?
I mean, you got to think, there's the same thing at West Shore Plaza.
Yeah.
But if it's vacant, what precipitated the fire?
But West Shore is in much worse condition than
Brandon.
Because, West Shore is, I think the only thing's going to be standing there is JCPenney because the Macy's is going to close in the spring. The Sears is gone. They're Dickless now because Dick's pulled out.
Yeah.
Dick's pulled.
And
now they're Saks. They're Sackless as well because Saks is gone.
Well, Saks were out. Dick's went in.
There's Saks out. Dick's in.
Right.
That's right. But then Dick's out.
And now it's just empty.
Are you guys having fun over there?
You're having a great time.
Yeah,
Michelle.
I see that.
Have you been to the Dick's up at International Plaza?
I have not, but Michelle and Julian were in there.
I didn't go in.
Hold on. I heard it was, who was in? One of the kids told me that.
I must have sat in the car.
Yeah.
I hate to shop.
My wife and kids went to the new Dick's.
I heard it's fantastic.
She said it's huge.
Yeah.
It's enormous.
So I think Julian.
Right.
Hold on. You were in the car in the parking lot at International while
I don't need to go in with the 20-year-old to buy socks.
Oh, that's see. He just.
I'm like, do you need me to help you pick out socks?
So he ran into the new Dick's
to
get socks.
Right.
Because Julian was telling me that it's like a wonderland in there.
Yes.
Yeah, they have like a.
You know, you talk about a staycation. Apparently, you don't need to go to Europe. Just go to the Dick's at International
Wait,
Plaza.
did Allison take the kids?
She took the kids for. They had some grand opening events, I think, and they have like a whole playing field, a huge rock climbing experience.
I think you can go hunting in there with rifles.
Yeah,
Seriously. I think they've got wild boars running around.
they have a sanctuary in the back with a bunch of
You can go,
feral pigs.
You can go game hunting now.
rooting up fields, and you can pop them.
At the new Dick's.
But okay, so anyway, the Sears in Brandon,
Right.
Did it burn to the ground?
No, I don't think it burned to the ground. I mean, damage came in at $7.
What's in there?
I guess
I know.
I guess it's an empty shell.
That's awful.
I mean, you got to figure out what to do with that space. But I mean, when I saw the story, fire breaks out at Sears, I'm like, oh my God.
Sears?
The Kenmore refrigerators, my God. It's the Craftsman tool.
Hey, Andrew, do we have that come see the softer side of Sears
Yeah,
commercial?
I think we do.
I mean, because MJ, do they still call the big box that the Sears once stood at sometime during the Obama administration?
A lot of times, though, you can see the old, like the shadow
of the letters
of the store that's gone. You know, the imprint from the sun or where the sign was. You can sometimes see the old letters. I don't know if that's the case. All right, 7:33 at the MJ Morning Show. You know, we talk about like bad names that parents name their kids.
Yeah.
A mother named her daughter Tequila.
Oh, why?
Because it was Tequila Sunrise was mom's favorite drink. Now, it's not like the kid is like 4 years old now. She's 23, so she's Chloe's age. But I don't know why this came up. I found this little story, and this woman, she's 23. Her name is Tequila Sheehan Jones. And she's 23, and her mom named her Tequila because it was her favorite drink.
That's an unfortunate name.
You know what?
I mean, come on. How's that good for, I mean, in school? So, roll call, you're in 3rd, 4th grade, and the teacher's calling out tequila?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, exactly.
My cousin's named after her mother's favorite liquor.
Long Island iced tea?
Get out of here.
Brandy.
Oh, Brandy.
Yeah.
But Brandy
The
is
sailor said Brandy.
Yeah.
You're a fag. I mean,
But that's okay, right?
That's a name.
That's a name.
It's a name. Yeah,
Right?
Hold on.
Brandy's
No,
a
no,
name.
no. Really? After
Yeah.
the drink?
Her name is Brandy Michelle, and because they used to like to drink brandy.
Are you serious?
And I'm the favorite. I was the favorite. Yeah.
All right,
cousin,
but wait a minute.
Yeah.
Brandy is inherently better than tequila.
Well, what I would like to know
It's
is
like-
what does this girl do now? Is
Okay.
she a dancer?
If you said,
Because that's what I'm thinking.
Michelle, if you came up to me and says, "Hi, my name is Brandy," I wouldn't instantly think of the liquor.
You wouldn't?
You
No,
know what?
It wouldn't be the first thing I would come up with.
That's a great segment. Stripper names where you didn't have to change your actual real name. Seriously. So
I mean, I'm just thinking that she's sort of predisposed this poor child into a particular, lane of
tequila.
profession. Yeah.
No, but think about it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of strippers, they change their name to some kind of a stripper-esque stage name.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
what names are out there where if you're going to be a stripper, you don't need to change your name, that it's kind of built in? You know, tequila would be one,
Right.
right?
I guess if you
You wanna-
started naming your kid after cars,
Lexus.
sure.
Yeah, Lexus.
Oh my God.
You know,
Yeah.
How do you guys?
Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Yeah.
Allison and I want to know how you guys know this.
I mean, I'm just guessing.
You're guessing.
What if you named your kid Kia?
Tequila Jones, 23 years old. I mean, can you imagine going through life and your name is
No.
Tequila?
No.
It sounds like a stage name.
When she was 12 years old, Tequila decided to go by her middle name, Cheyenne, Shian, to stop the bullying. That's borderline child abuse for a mother to name their daughter Tequila. By the way, phones are ringing. Andrew, why is everyone calling? I hear the phones are ringing. I see the phones are ringing. People are phoning in. What are they phoning in with names that are built-in stripper names? That if you go into the stripper occupation, you don't even need to change your name? Is that why they're calling in? All right. Anyway, Andrew, let me know. Do I need to take any calls here? Yes. All right. Hang on a minute. Andrew's giving me the. Yeah. Hang on. I heard. Put it on hold. Just stick it on hold because I got to move on here. If you want me to take calls. All right. What line am I taking? Line 6. MJ Morning Show. Good morning. Who is this?
It's Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeffrey. What's up?
So you're talking about a girl named Tequila.
I can't hear you. Are you accelerating or is someone whizzing by you at a NASCAR track?
That's some idiot on Dale Mabry thinking they're on NASCAR.
Okay, I hear you. All right, so Jeffrey, do it again. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you're talking about the young lady that her parents named her Tequila.
Yes.
Here in Tampa, there's a young woman whose name is Tequila, and she owns a mobile bartending business. And we've had her out to do different events, and she's awesome.
Is her real name Tequila?
Her real name is Tequila.
And she's a mobile. Look at that. It's so she got into the occupation that fits perfectly with her name.
Yeah, and she's great at it.
Tequila Mobile. What's the name of the company?
So if I wasn't in my car, I'd look it up. I'll have to email you back with it.
Let me know. So she does what? Mobile bartending for parties and events?
Yep.
That's awesome. Thanks.
Come set up at your venue and do the bartending thing, and it's great.
That's great. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate it. One more here. Look, all the lines are ringing now. John in Brandon. John, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
MJ, how are you?
Doing well. What do you got?
Good. Hey, I was recently in the market for some new furniture, and we hit up a lot of the furniture shops.
Yep.
And one of the salesperson that we came across, her name was Hennessy.
Was Hennessy?
Hennessy, absolutely.
Like Hennessy, like the liquor Hennessy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yep. Hennessy like Hennessy.
Hennessy VSOP, and how about that? I love it. All right, John, thank you.
I thought you get a kick out of that.
Yeah, I did. That's great. Fantastic. Yes, Michelle.
I think I found the business. It's Perfect Pour Bartending Services.
So, run by Tequila?
Uh-huh.
Perfect Pour, P-O-U-R, not P-O-O-R, but Perfect Pour, P-O-U-R.
Right.
Bartending services run by a girl named Tequila.
She's got great reviews on Gig Salad, whatever.
Gig salad?
Yeah. It looks like a thumbtack, where you put up like your services.
Really?
Oh my God, Tequila is very professional. She is dedicated to her craft. All the guests love her cocktails, and she engaged them in great conversation.
Well, we just got a call raving about Tequila mobile bartender.
We should have Tequila Perfect Pour come in one morning.
Yes.
Get drunk during the morning show.
Let's do it.
Hey, Andy in St. Pete. Andy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, my ex-wife's brother had a daughter named Tequila that he had with his cousin.
Okay, why? There's a lot there.
God. Knocked up the cousin and they named. Man, that kid's got a lot going for him.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Andy. Have a great day.
So it seems like Tequila's a popular name.
Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
It seems like Tequila's a popular name. Like we've now 3 people: the person in the story, and 2 people have called and know people who have the name.
So hold on. I don't want to confuse popular with occasionally. There's a couple of big.
Sure.
It's not in the top, 100 names for girls.
I should have asked the caller where Hennessy, the furniture saleswoman, worked.
Yeah.
Because you're looking for a new couch for the living room.
I need a new couch.
Yeah. So what are you looking for exactly?
One of those big couches that has like all of the amenities, the cooler or the refrigerator in the middle.
No,
so you can put snacks,
those are classic.
drinks,
Yeah.
plug-ins, and sound, like speakers and sound.
You want the shack couch. Have you seen
that what it is?
Yeah. All right. First of all, I'm going to guarantee that Shaq does not have the Shaq couch in his own home.
Maybe he does.
Listen, I am telling you right now.
Dude, I
got $1,000 that Shaq does not have the Shaq couch in his own home.
Shut your face,
with,
dude.
With the built-in electrical outlets and cooler, beer cooler in the middle of your couch.
I almost bought the Shaq recliner from Rooms to Go.
I'm sure you did.
But you know what? I didn't. I don't like furniture with all the electronics in it.
So seriously.
Yeah.
Michelle, we're looking for a U shape, right? That's
just
what you
want? Just a nice big, U shape or, U shape with an open side with a chaise on one side and maybe a half of a
sectional,
but high quality.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good word. Sectional.
Yeah.
Michelle wants a large because our living room is big. It's what do we figure? It's like 20 feet long and it's 17 wide. It's a big living room. So you want a big U shape and you want high quality and made in America, preferably, right?
Preferably.
All right. Tell you what.
Or really cheap that, once you crap it up in a year, we just throw it out and get a new one.
Yeah.
So
I'm going either way.
Hennessy, the furniture saleswoman, wherever you work, Hennessy, get a hold of me, MJ at mjmorningshow.com. We're looking to buy a new couch. Good quality, made in America. No beer cooler in the middle.
By the way,
Yes.
can I just back to the tequila thing?
Yes.
11,480 babies named tequila.
Are you serious? When? Over what time period?
It looks like for a year's cycle, maybe.
What year?
Well, this was published on April 18th of 2024.
So
maybe for the year 2023, there were 11,000 babies.
Babies named tequila in the United States, maybe?
Maybe.
Holy
Mhm.
crap.
Because they could track all that by
It's the Social
registration.
Security Administration. Yeah.
Oomph!
I don't know how many babies were named Oomph.
Oomph! OOMF. Oomph!
Did you stub a toe?
No, it's Gen Z slang. Does Chloe go oomph?
No.
So
is that like a dope?
Well, that's what I thought. When I first heard oomph, I thought it was equivalent to a dope, but it's not. I thought like an oomph is like, oh, I made an error. I made a blunder. I really screwed things up. I made a mistake. Oomph.
Yeah. No?
No.
Oh.
Oomph is an acronym. I had no freaking idea. So Gen Z uses OOMF. Oomph. Which stands for...
Out, mother bleeper?
No, it does not. It's
out, mother bleeper?
No, it's...
Get the stepping.
It stands for one of my friends.
What?
Yeah. Hang on a minute. What?
When do you use that, though?
Hold on a minute.
In what way?
I use out, mother bleeper a lot more often.
Or one of my followers.
Yeah, I'm calling Chloe.
One of my friends or one of my followers?
Hello.
Hey, oomph. OOMF.
What about it?
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Oomph?
Yeah, OOMF.
Like give something some oomph?
All right, that's what we thought. Like put a little extra effort into something, a little oomph. Yeah.
Chloe, the newest Gen Z affectionate slang is OOMF. You don't know what it means?
Get me off of this trend. Get me off of the Gen Z list. Stop calling me for this stuff. I don't know anything.
Wait, no, you've known most of the Gen Z slang words in the past.
I don't know this one.
Yeah, Chloe's realizing that she's old.
So OOMF, the newest Generation Z slang, apparently means one of my friends. OOMF. You're saying you don't use it? You never heard of it?
I have never heard of that.
All right. I thought I'd check in with you, so maybe it's not as universal as it's being made out to be.
You know, it's also a hashtag when you refer to a specific follower in one of your posts.
Right.
One of my followers, if you have, followers. So it's being used in a couple of different ways.
So one of my friends or one of my followers as well?
Sure.
OOMF. Oomph!
Well, it started with Twitter as one of your followers, and now it's one of your friends.
You know what? You bang your finger with a hammer.
Yes.
You bang your finger with a hammer, and you go, oomph! You know, that's what it... All right, Chloe. All right.
I don't make that sound when I'm in pain.
Okay, until the next time we call you with a Generation Z question, have a great day.
Thanks. I hope it's not like in an hour.
All right, goodbye.
It's probably going to be 45 minutes, so stand by.
I have a social media warning. 7:45. It is the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105, 104.7 FM. Oh, man, this is a great story. But it's a great story, but there's a warning attached. You got to be careful. If you don't want to give stuff away, you got to be totally self-conscious. You got to be aware what you think might be innocuous. You might be given authorities in this case everything they need. A drug kingpin was busted, arrested, because his wife was posting on social media all kinds of pictures, their whereabouts, and all the cops had to do was look at the wife's social media, and it was like a total roadmap to where they were headed, and you got to be careful. I mean, the things that you don't think about that you just do as just commonplace daily activity can just give away way too much information.
Yeah, but if you're a drug kingpin, you should kind of be aware of this. Right?
This is a it was a foreign story, but there is a U.S. DEA tie to this story. A drug kingpin who's been on a most wanted list in numerous countries for years was captured when they started tracking the drug kingpin's wife's social media account, and they were able to pinpoint his location during a lavish European vacation, according to the Post. Luis Manuel Picado Griaba, 43, was arrested in London after he was accused of shipping cocaine from Costa Rica to the United States. Griaba, who goes by the alias Shock, he was shocked, all right. He's been wanted by the United States. He's been wanted by our Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA, for a long time. He was involved with international drug trafficking. And I'm looking at the picture of the wife in a skimpy bikini. She's on the beach, and she's holding 2 parrots. You ever been on vacation and you get the guys that are like trying to sell crap on the beach, including like photo ops? You ever see this?
Yeah.
I saw this somewhere. Michelle, do you remember someone was walking around with a parrot and you got to hold his parrot and take a picture for like $10?
Is it like a Caribbean thing?
Yeah, maybe it's like a Caribbean. I've seen this. So the wife of the drug kingpin is on the beach.
Holding 2 birds.
Holding 2 birds.
2 big old...
On some vacation.
Are those macaws?
Those look like, there's a blue and gold, and then there's another macaw. Absolutely.
Here she is posing in front of the Trevi Fountain in Rome.
Exactly. So now, the media is going through her social media, and they're finding all of the pictures, and it's like totally telling everyone where they are. The guy's a known international drug dealer, and this is how they grabbed him.
I mean, you got to figure he took half the pictures, right? They were traveling together.
32-year-old wife, and they bought $20,000 worth of plane tickets. I guess flew the family to Europe. But listen, the warning is, again, I'm not going to belabor this, but you got to be careful what you put on social media. I don't think we have many drug kingpins that are listening to the show right now, but just think about what you post. And if you're giving away too much, I mean, I'm conscious.
You're not conscious of using the word conscience,
right?
Correctly.
Let me rephrase. I am conscious of what I post. I'm careful. Like if I want to keep a location private, that I don't give away too much in the photograph. So I definitely filter what I post to make sure that I'm not giving away information that I don't want to give away. So just heads up, public service. Listen, I'm not protecting drug kingpins, but just regular listeners, just be careful on what you post. And if somebody think about it, can someone use that information for nefarious purposes? In this case, they got a drug kingpin off the street. They arrested him at I guess Heathrow in London. As they were tracking their vacation travels all over the place. But I'm not protecting criminals, but I'm just saying if you're a law-abiding individual, just be careful what you put on social media, and are you giving away too much information? All right, I'm sitting here at 7:51 on a Tuesday morning. We're a couple of weeks away from the Super Bowl, and I'm still dreading. I'm dreading Eagles and Chiefs. Oh God. I mean, that is my last freaking choice for a Super Bowl.
I know.
Oh, my God. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is I don't think I'm a Mahomes fan. I don't have anything against Patrick Mahomes other than he's showing up in too many freaking commercials.
So
just saturation.
Yeah,
right?
He's totally saturated. He's everywhere. He's in phone commercials. He's in insurance commercials.
But do you think he's in more stuff now than Kelsey? Or with Kelsey dating Taylor Swift, he is everywhere.
No, the worst is the retired Kelsey brother, the poor man's Kelsey. He's in everything. I'm like, nobody gave a crap about this guy for his whole career. Now his brother's with Taylor Swift, and he has this podcast fame, and now he's something on ESPN. He's everywhere.
So Travis Kelsey's brother, what's his
something Kelsey?
Which Kelsey is he?
Exactly.
But he was an Eagle,
Pete.
Right.
So now that the Eagle Kelsey is retired from the Eagles, and his brother is still on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
Who does he root for? Does he root for his old brethren? Jason Kelsey is here, the former Eagles, Jason Kelsey.
Who cares?
And remember the mother, remember in 2023, remember the mother of the Kelsey?
Yes. She had to wear the double jersey.
She had a jersey that was half
jersey.
Eagles and half Chiefs.
Right.
Listen, at the end of the day, you root for your brother, right?
But I'm dreading this freaking Super Bowl. I'm seriously considering not even watching the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, I just heard that a lot of people are boycotting it.
Really?
I did.
Because I'm like, do I even want to watch the Eagles and the Chiefs? I don't want to watch it.
Is it a boycott or is it just no interest in it?
I have no interest in the freaking game. I'm just being honest here.
That's what I heard.
And I'm thinking that we're going to watch something else. I think maybe we just watch a couple of movies that night. I'm telling you, Super Bowl Sunday, I don't think I'm watching the game.
Well, it's really exciting?
And the commercials have been going downhill as well.
Yeah.
The commercials don't seem to be anywhere near as good as they used to be. It doesn't seem like we have the density of really, really good commercials that we had like 10 or 15 years ago.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree.
Frogs on a log saying, "Bud, why, sir?
Exactly.
Bud, why, sir?" Have you seen the new Doritos commercial?
Yeah.
Where they're trying to run like mock scenarios. I saw this during the Chiefs game, right? And it has a bunch of Dorito commercials, and they have like a focus group with a bunch of Chiefs players.
Oh, my God. This Patrick Mahomes is now doing Doritos.
Hold on.
Patrick Mahomes, he's doing some cell phone company. He's doing State Farm Insurance.
Right.
Which a lot of people are pissed at State Farm these days.
Damn that Jake.
Yeah. And then now he's doing a Doritos commercial?
So in the Doritos commercial, they acknowledge Patrick's saturation of the marketplace because they see the commercial in their small focus group, and then there's the person with the clipboard, and she kind of talks to everybody about what they like best about the got this super long ad. I'm trying to play it off of YouTube, but I have like a 20-second ad to
So
play.
you got to watch an ad in order to watch the ad.
Well, the ad is just a YouTube video.
I know.
All right, so I have to watch a Home Depot ad for another 7 seconds.
God.
But you have to hear this commercial because one of the guys even points out about Patrick Mahomes being in too many spots.
All right, hold on. You got it? All right.
Yeah.
Skip. Go ahead.
Okay, so Doritos has asked their fans to make their Super Bowl commercials. So we are asking Super Bowl experts, you guys, to see what you like best.
Bunch of Chiefs.
You ready? Let's watch.
This is next level. No, I loved it.
That's true love.
Okay, what do we think about the commercials?
Personally, I like the one with the chip.
Insightful.
I think they all had chips.
Did you find any of these ads cheesy?
Very cheesy.
Very cheesy.
Very cheesy.
You've been in a lot of commercials. What do you think about these?
I mean, I felt like the acting was great, honestly. And as an actor, like you said, I feel like I'm a really good evaluator of talent.
I like that it was cinematic, but it was real.
Where do they?
Right.
Where do they swipe them?
I kind of wish Patrick was in one.
Me too.
It's kind of weird to see a commercial without Patrick in it, right?
Oh, there it is.
At the end, they mock themselves.
It's kind of weird to see a commercial. I want to see Patrick Mahomes like in diarrhea medicine commercials.
You know what? Give him a couple of years, dude. I mean, I think Joe Namath is promoting reverse mortgages.
Guess what?
And erectile dysfunction pills.
He's gonna be doing Tampax commercials soon. He's in like too many commercials. Anyway, I am not looking forward to the Super Bowl. I don't think I'm going to watch the Super Bowl this year. I have no interest. Eagles and Chiefs, I'm just not interested.
There's
it's like
a lot of Super Bowls.
It just doesn't do much.
A lot of Super Bowls you're not interested in. Listen, big deal. I mean, listen, this is a history-making occasion. You know the significance of this particular Super Bowl.
It's just an event.
What? Because the Chiefs could have 3 wins in a row?
You want to see something that's never been done before in
guess
football?
What? Guess what? It's so repetitive, I don't want to see it. So, no, I don't. I don't want to see it.
Okay, fine.
But listen, coming to Patrick Mahomes' defense on one front, I'm not a fan of this. Brittany Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes' very attractive wife, she ripped Buffalo Bills fans. And listen, I was really rooting for the Bills. I really wanted Buffalo in this thing.
Yeah.
So apparently, though, this is not cool. Buffalo fans were hanging Kermit dolls with a noose.
Oh.
Because people think that Mahomes sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Okay.
Hello, Kermit the Frog. I'm Patrick Mahomes.
Well,
hike.
While I'm against the use of nooses to prove points or make suggestions,
right?
He does resemble and sound like Kermit the Frog.
I agree.
A lot.
There is a little Kermit there, but I agree with Brittany Mahomes, Patrick's wife, that's pretty sick to hang hanging a beloved Sesame Street Muppet by a noose. Come on.
Even if the quarterback sounds exactly like Kermit the Frog. Okay. X fade Weiss 38 sweep on Hut.
Hey, you ever get into a fight? You ever get into an argument?
One time I got into a fight with Fozzie Bear.
I'm moving along, Fester.
You know why Brittany Mahomes is really pissed? Because if her husband's Kermit the Frog, then she's Miss Piggy. What's green and smells like pork?
I don't say Kermit's finger.
No.
Knock it off.
I've changed the joke.
That's
It's a little lower.
I heard that in 7th grade. All right. So, have you ever gotten into a dispute over the thermostat?
Almost daily.
All right. So, my dad used to be a thermostat Nazi at the house, and I think some of that rubbed off on me. I don't want humongous Tico bills. So, I keep the house comfortable in the summertime, but
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you
I
don't.
want to try to avoid massive Tico bills. Anyway, I have a thermostat story to beat all thermostat stories. So, a landlord goes over to his property where apparently he's having issues with the tenant and the thermostat. So I'm assuming maybe the power is included in the rent in this particular case.
Right.
So how bad does a landlord-tenant thermostat argument get?
I mean,
how about this?
That's a lot worse than I thought.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm doing the story. This is a Florida story. This is down in the Miami area. The tenant is shot and killed by the landlord in the backyard over a dispute on the thermostat. Holy crap. Investigation underway in South Florida. Over the weekend, a man was fatally shot by his landlord. Adam Lewis Anson, 37, charged with second-degree murder. According to the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office, the shooting was due to a dispute between the landlord and tenant that became physical over the thermostat temperature. In the arrest report, Anson was at the victim's home, armed with a semi-automatic pistol, and tried to get in by knocking on the window. Anson, the report said, wanted to adjust the thermostat that was in the hallway. When the victim opened the front door, Anson, the report states, forced his way in. So the landlord forces his way into the tenant's rented home and starts punching him in the face. So
that's not enough.
The landlord starts punching the guy in the face over this temperature thermostat dispute. He then drags the victim outside into the backyard and shoots him several times in the head.
Oh, no.
What the living? After the shooting, the landlord gets in his car, goes home, first adjusted the thermostat. So seriously, this is all in the police report. He punches the tenant, drags him outside of the backyard, kills the tenant, goes back in the house, adjusts the thermostat to where he wants it, gets in his car, and drives home, where then he called 911 from home and said he shot the victim in self-defense because he was attacked. 57-year-old Carlos Alberto Gonzalez was transported to HCA Florida Kendall Hospital, critical condition, and he passed away. Can you imagine? This is the worst thermostat dispute of all time.
Take notice.
Yeah, that is absolutely insane.
So the guy didn't die because of the gunshot wounds.
What?
The guy was shot.
Yeah.
He didn't die at the house. He was taken to the hospital.
Right, well, he was in critical condition and he passed at the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but he died from the gunshot wounds, yes.
Because it would have been ironic if he would have died at the house because you have to keep a body at really, really low temperatures. I mean, the guy wants to turn the thermostat up and there's a dead body now. You got to keep it cool. Damn it, what did I do?
All right, knock it off.
Just saying.
Knock it off. All right, what do? You're on a date. And somebody hands you a note. So this is an item where a stranger approaches a woman who's out on a date at a restaurant and gives her a note. As she's passing by the table where the woman's on the date, slips the woman a note. What do you make out of this? Third date, this woman is on with this guy, and the stranger walks by and hands the note to the woman, and she saw the first two words, but then excused herself, went to the ladies' room to read the rest of the note. This happened in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas, and the note said, "Just know, ! You can do better." So what would prompt a stranger who's obviously in the restaurant observing the woman out on the date with this guy for her to butt in and drop a note saying, "Just know," as in, yeah, you don't need this guy. Just no, just say no to this guy and you can do better. Can you imagine that?
I mean, the note writer must have known something about the individual.
Yeah, what was it?
But because I can't imagine just observationally.
Was the guy like kind of a jerk, or was he arrogant?
Well,
or was it just perception? Hey, you could do better than this guy.
Here's the deal. So Lindsay is the name of the woman that got the note from the stranger at the restaurant. And Lindsay said that she and the date, third date with the guy, they were having a great time. They were acting what she says was very PDA-ish, public display of affection-ish, the entire evening, when the two women approached her, complimented her looks, and then handed her a piece of folded up paper.
And all it said was, "Just know."
When she was handed the note, she could see the words "just know," but then went to the restroom and then unfolded it and then saw the rest of it. "You can do better." What would prompt that? What? Yeah, she doesn't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery now.
I seem to recall a story where a note was passed, but the individual observed the guy doing something, or the guy was away from the table, or she was away from the table, and somebody had recognized and tipped the person off, "Hey, this date's a creep because of XXXX." And I can't remember exactly, but I remember some similar story. But what if someone did that to you? I mean, would you? What was the warning about? What? I mean, that's the mystery here. We just don't know. It's just a weird, creepy scenario. All right, and then another relationship issue. Is this cheating? Many women are now putting this into the cheating category. And there's a division here. And maybe this is where we maybe grab a couple of phone calls on this. What are you making? You're making noises over there.
I want to hear what this act is.
Oh, okay.
I've been called on the carpet for all kinds of innocent things that I do and say that have gotten me into a reasonable amount of trouble.
Right.
Like calling every waitress darling. That does not age well with my wife.
Your wife does not. Well, why you call? First of all, That's so antiquated and outdated, and it's sort of sexist sounding, darling.
I call everybody darling. Everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to start calling service Cookie Puss.
Okay.
Thanks, Cookie Puss.
What?
I'm just trying to think of ridiculous. Darlin sounds like it's, the South, 1972.
I've had a couple of Cookie Pusses, too, and let me tell you, they're fantastic.
All right. So what is this act of cheating? And do you agree? Is this cheating? So if you're in a relationship, there is new research regarding OnlyFans. And according to a survey, 56% of women believe that if a partner is subscribed to a adult entertainer's channel on OnlyFans, that's cheating.
Oh, man.
Yes or no? Think about it. So you're in a relationship seems to be going well, and your guy is subscribed to an adult entertainer, a stripper, a porn star, and over half of women think that it is cheating on the relationship if the guy is subscribed to a particular woman's OnlyFans account.
I agree.
So, Michelle, you're in on the cheating thing?
It's cheating.
All right, so if I were...
Yeah. Do I need to investigate?
Well, hold on. If there's degrees of...
No, you're paying for it. First of all, you're paying for it. And so while the other person may not be emotionally invested in you, the subscriber, the subscriber is definitely invested in the relationship, right? Like
it's an emotional cheating. It's an intellectual cheating.
Right. There is an attachment, and there's an expectation, and you're paying, and then you're going to get to see the person, and it's the same person repeatedly doing whatever it is they're doing for you.
For some people, isn't emotional cheating just as bad as physical cheating?
Yeah.
I think one's worse than the other, but I think both of them are issues.
Michelle, have I ever emotionally cheated on you over our 30 years of marriage? Have I ever emotionally cheated on you where you thought that what I did was out of line?
Have you?
I'm asking you.
I'm asking you.
Why?
I'm asking you.
Have you ever emotionally cheated on me?
Boy, he's thinking about it now. Now that you've planted the seed and treating him like that.
I want to go to phones. I want this women only. Because of the content here, I want to ask women only if you're dating, you're engaged, you're married, if your guy is subscribed to an OnlyFans account, do you consider that cheating?
Oh, man.
All right. Also, we can expand it. Did you discover? Did you find out? Were you, unbeknownst to you, was your guy subscribed to a particular woman's OnlyFans account, or maybe multiple? And did you find out? Did you make a discovery? You didn't know that they were involved or had an OnlyFans obsession with somebody. Yes or no? So a couple of angles here, or maybe I didn't think of everything. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
All right.
So did you discover your guy is on OnlyFans, and how did that conversation go? Or also, do you think it's cheating if your guy is on OnlyFans? So I want to take women only. I'm very curious to see if women listening actually stumbled across their guy with an OnlyFans obsession, or following or subscribe to an OnlyFans a content provider's site. All right, 800-990-1047 gets you in. 800-990-1047. What are you scrolling over here, Fester?
Because here's my OnlyFans, something that you take money out of your pocket to participate in. That, I think, is some kind of emotional cheating.
What do you? You're scrolling something over here.
So this is my Instagram, right?
Right.
And I think I follow a couple of different models, like couple.
Hold on, you're following models on Instagram?
I think so, yeah.
Why are you following models on Instagram? I'm not following any models on Instagram.
Are you sure?
That's on you.
Yes.
That's on you, Spanky. But once in a while, you'll see somebody like jogging in a bikini on my Instagram. And
I'll tell you what does happen, though. When I go to my Instagram, and phones are ringing, so we'll go to phones in a second.
When I hit the search feature on my Instagram, and it brings on my
phone.
phone.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm about to bring that up. So when I do the search feature, like all these like model-esque women come up, but and Michelle's seen this, but I don't follow.
What's that about?
Wait a minute, but I don't search for it. And I don't know why it's being, you know what? It's like Instagram is trying to F me over. It's like Instagram is trying to get me in trouble with Michelle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because if I go to my search right now, on my Instagram, if I hit the little search magnifying glass at the bottom, it brings up, the tiles. And look at this. I mean, I'll show this to MJ TV.
See? Something you're doing on there is bringing those pictures up for you.
Instagram knows he has that thing. What's it called? A wiener.
Look, I'm holding my phone to the camera, and the bulk of the pictures are like women in skimpy bikinis. But I don't follow any of them. I don't search for any of this. Instagram, why you try to piss off my wife?
And you know what mine shows? Elephants, Hello Kitty, and food like funny prep stuff.
And a whole bunch of wangs.
Nope.
All right, let me go to phones on this. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So the question, ladies, is if your guy is on OnlyFans and is following a model or a porn star or subscribes and pays $19.95 a month, whatever it is that cheating? Yes or no?
I mean, to take money out of your pocket and give it to another woman is kind of...
And then the other question is, have you discovered that your guy was involved with an OnlyFans account? All right, let's hit phones here. Thanks for hanging. I appreciate it. Sarah is in Bradenton. Sarah, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hi.
Yes.
So I definitely agree that it is a form of cheating because with OnlyFans, there is a more personal level to it. They can reach out personally and get personal information for other social apps and phone numbers and so on and so forth. Whereas if you just go to a basic website, it's just you're another face in a crowd, so to speak.
Have you caught anybody, anyone in your life? Have you found out? Yeah,
I actually have.
and who was it that you caught on OnlyFans? And I guess they tried to keep it secret, but you found out?
It was a boyfriend. He did try to keep it secret, and the way I found out was through Snapchat.
Wow. And he's not your boyfriend anymore, is he?
It got to where she got his home address.
Oh, wow.
That he gave it to her willingly. There was talk about trips going back and forth.
Wow. And he's not your boyfriend anymore, is he?
No.
How long ago?
Not.
How long ago was this, Sarah?
A couple months ago.
Oh, it's fresh.
It is.
Where'd you meet this dog?
TikTok.
Oh, my God. All right. Sarah, have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
All right. 800-990-1047 opens up a line. So, women, have you discovered your guy was on OnlyFans? And do you consider it cheating or any variation thereof? What was, tell everyone to hang on. I'll go back to phones in a second. Michelle.
Yes.
What was that movie that we recently watched? What was the name of that thing with the cam girls? What was that movie?
Oh, I don't remember.
Come on. We watched it in the last 3 weeks or so. The cam girls and... Remember the movie we watched? What?
No. Did you watch this alone?
No, I did not watch it.
Was it a recent movie?
I did not watch it alone. What was the name of the... It was about the... What was it? Cam girl. What was the... I can't... I can bring up the phone screen. Let me go back to phones. I can't think... Michelle, we watched the thing. No, we didn't. I watched it with my dad. Oh...
There you go. See?
Okay.
You're watching cam girl movies with an 85-year-old
with your father?
No.
In a hospital bed?
Wait a second.
Oh, my God.
It wasn't you. No, it was 2 weekends ago when I was with my dad.
Are you sure it was your father? Are you really going to Fort Lauderdale to visit your father?
I believe he's going to see the old man, but they're watching dirty films together.
No. Maybe he's going somewhere else. I don't know.
No, there was
Todd, I don't care what we watch as long as she has a butt on her.
What was the name of the movie we
Emily
watched?
the Thief.
No. I watched that with you.
Emily the
No,
Criminal.
you did not.
Oh, no, I watched that with, that's right. I watched that with my dad, too.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, because I usually watch all movies with you, but I'm making more trips to see my dad. Yeah.
Why don't you call your dad? I bet you he remembers.
Yeah.
Oh, the girl with the big butt.
Please
Yes.
stop. No, so Emily the Thief, by the way, was fantastic. Folks, if you're looking for a great movie, just good, raw, like an independent filmmaking film, and just a great story, Emily the Thief. It's on Netflix. So if you subscribe, it's free to you. Emily the Thief on Netflix is fantastic.
You told me that you watched 2 movies with your father. Emily the Thief.
Right.
And Back in Action.
Emily the Criminal?
And the Cam Girls movie.
Nope, you told me you watched 2
All right,
movies.
So I'm sorry. There were three movies. What's the damn Cam Girls one? So another Cam Girl steals the other Cam Girl's identity. That's the thing.
So the name of the movie is Emily the Criminal.
No, Emily the Criminal.
Not Emily the Thief.
Oh, I'm sorry.
look at that.
That's what Michelle said.
You don't even know what you're watching.
Well, you planted it.
You told me that.
So the movie on Netflix is Emily the Criminal, and it is fantastic.
Much different than Emily in Paris.
It is. It's unbelievably good. Emily the Criminal on Netflix.
But you still don't know the name of the movie that had the Cam Girls in it.
Professor, will you find the Cam Girl movie for me?
All right.
A Cam Girl movie, Netflix, where one Cam Girl steals the identity of the other Cam Girl. Chris in Largo. Chris, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, sir. Thank you so much. Love the show. Real quick, algorithm for Instagram. If you just look at whatever topic you want to look at, it will keep repeating on the algorithm. So it'll be on there. And if you're a male, which you are, it's showing you beautiful women. And
But, Chris, I'm not searching for women in bikinis.
That's right, and that's correct. And that's just the algorithm they built with a computer program, and it makes everybody look like a creep, and the wives and girlfriends freak out about it. As long as you have great communication, everything's open, none of that really should be a matter. And I just want to put that out there for everybody. So got to be a little open with all the stuff that's going on nowadays. You know?
All right, so, Chris, Michelle, as you know, is in the studio, my lovely wife. So tell Michelle that I'm most likely not doing anything wrong with all the bikini-clad women in my my search on Instagram.
I don't believe so. I follow you on Instagram, and you have a natural nature to do your job wonderful and correctly. I think you're a wholesome guy. You show it with your children and your family.
Yep.
It's not even an issue. If she's really creeping to you and yelling at you about it, that's between you and her. But if it's not, that's just the algorithm program of Instagram, and it causes fights. But
it does. Instagram is trying to bust up my marriage.
I appreciate you guys doing a great job.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for the kind words and the information.
Is it possible that the Netflix movie about Cam Girls that you can't think of the name of?
Oh my God!
Is it possible that the name of the movie is Cam?
Survey says yes.
So
what is the name of the Cam Girls movie? It's called Cam, C-A-M.
Oh, jeez. 2018.
Survey says. I watched that with my dad.
TVMA. You and the old man. It says it's a horror movie. Is it scary?
You know what? There's a horror element to it. And I watched Cam with my 80. Hey, it came up in like best things to watch on Netflix.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I'll do a go. Yeah, come on, Michelle. You know we do searches.
It hasn't come up in our search.
Best movies on Netflix right now, and Cam came up in some list, and I watched it with my 82-year-old bedridden dad.
You have to understand, Michelle. He's at his dad's house where the old man's into Cam stuff. So
you know what comes up on our suggested to watch list?
What?
Back in Action with Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx. Wholesome.
Cam. So you watched another Cam.
Oh,
another CAM.
Well,
there you go.
Look at there.
Fester, you said you were in track and field, right?
I was on the track and field team.
Gotcha. Doing what?
Manager.
You weren't running.
I was.
You were like the water boy.
I was.
Wait, said the quarterback, he hikes it, and then I throw them. All right, go
I
ahead.
was 100-yard hurdles.
Get out of here.
I threw shot put.
All right, well, I can see that.
Okay,
all right, I can see that.
The thing is, the track and field team's a really amazing team because there's all these very amazingly fit humans who run long distances and can do amazing feats by jumping and throwing and this. And then there's like these lard asses who throw discus and shot put. And I was a shot put thrower for like a year.
Well, I can see it because a lot of times the shot put throwers are
just beefy
men.
Yeah.
Stout guys. All right.
Yeah.
I was terrible at it.
With gigantic biceps, and you were a bad shot put thrower.
I think I was like last place in the county. Big meet.
This is why I'm bringing this up. Are you ready to hear about the worst track meet ever?
Yeah.
This is the freaking worst track meet ever out in Colorado Springs.
Oh.
Cheyenne Mountain High School will be offering mental health resources to those affected by the incident.
Oh my God. What happened?
I'm building this up.
Oh, no.
Colorado Springs, Colorado, home of the Air Force Academy, right? It's out there, right?
Yeah, Colorado Springs, yeah.
Sources told Fox 21 News that the Cheyenne Mountain High School will be offering mental health resources to those affected by the incident. What was the incident?
Oh, no.
In track and field, they have something called the hammer throw.
Yeah.
What is? I know. I think I've seen this, but my high school never had the hammer throw. Now, my high school, we had the high jump, the long jump. We had the various relays and the running events.
So the hammer throw is like a big metal weighted ball on a chain.
Oh, it's like a medieval mace without the spikes.
And
so it's like the chain with the ball on the end, and like Game of Thrones, it's gonna have spikes all over it.
It's an Olympic sport.
Oh, yeah.
Every picture I'm looking at on Google Images has a massive enclosure tent around the thrower. Only the field of play is visible.
Apparently, they didn't have that at the facility at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. There was an accident during a track and field meet this past Sunday.
Oh, this is awful.
According to the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, a club sports track and field meet for high school students from across Colorado was taking place at the Mountain Lion Fieldhouse. And during the hammer throw, I guess they don't have the safety enclosure. Somebody was, I guess, was swinging the giant metal ball on the chain and let it go, and it flew into the audience and hit a guy and killed him.
Oh, no.
The worst track and field event ever, other than like when a guy's doing the pole vault and it snaps and it goes right into his, into his crotch. Oh, can you imagine this?
I thought you were going to say it had something to do with the javelin, but
that's another one.
I'd much rather get pierced by a javelin than get hit in the head with a hammer.
Haven't there been stories like that where the javelin stabs somebody? Someone speared with the javelin?
I feel like there has been.
But the hammer throw, how could there not be a safety net? I mean, literally, where Fester found hammer throws on YouTube, and they're like inside an enclosure, that if the hammer ball.
Here's the women's final from the Paris Olympics, and there is no way this hammer hits anybody except for the field of play, by the way they have the safety net.
And then they have the lines like way out, like 50 yards, 60 yards, 70, and they are throwing these metal balls. But can you imagine a dude is just in the audience?
Well, you know what? It was a father.
Yeah, it was a father of one of the students, for one of the high school kids, and then the metal ball flies into the crowd and strikes the guy, and he's gone.
That's awful.
That is the worst track and field event ever. Just a little heads up on that. A spectator? That's absolutely insane.
The second worst track and field event was the 1990 Mid-Pinellas County Classic, where I finished last place in shot put. Embarrassment to my school.
One other relationship type story here on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome, everybody. If you're just tuning in, we are in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. No music, no commercials. It's just nonstop content. So one other relationship issue here, and there is new research out. This is an American study. 4,500 blind dates of people seeking a long-term partner. All right? So you've got data here, 4,500 blind dates, but they're looking for a specific question. So blind dates, but they're looking for a long-term relationship.
Okay.
Playing the field, seeing what's happening. And one of the questions was being attracted to the opposite sex, but looking for a younger individual. So it has been believed that the general accepted notion is that men seek younger women. Guess what the research just showed? Women seek younger men just as often as guys seek younger women. So it is very comparable. Women are attracted to younger men just as much. Brand new study.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like earth-shaking research, although it does go against convention.
Well, because I would be one to jump on the believed notion that it's more men looking for the younger woman than the woman looking for the younger man. But 4,500 participants. The study lead author is Paul Eastwick, a professor of psychology at the University of California, UC Davis. After a blind date, participants were slightly more attracted to younger partners, and this trend was equally true for women and men alike, almost like one for one, like almost total parity here.
I wouldn't fall into that category.
And that's what I wanted to. And you know what? I'm glad you said that, Michelle.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Are you glad?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that too.
I am glad.
Let's pierce this a little more.
I mean, I'm also glad that we use Glad trash bags at the house. All right. So, aren't you glad you use Glad?
So,
all right. So
this guy over here, MJ, kicks the bucket tomorrow. Let's say unfortunate bus accident or something. Gets mowed over, right? It's all tragic. We're all sad.
Mowed over by a Heartline?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's awful. Front page.
Well, because I'm hanging at the bus stop.
Top story and all the local
I've
news.
decided to use public transportation a little more.
No, you were walking.
I'm going green.
You're going on one of your long walks.
Yeah, one of your long walks.
You decided to yell at somebody
and a bus veers off West Shore and takes me out.
Just clips you.
You never come home.
It was tragic. And we're all sad for like a reasonable amount of time, like a week.
By the way, Michelle hates this. And I actually did this yesterday before I headed out for a 4-mile walk yesterday. Michelle hates when I do this. I'll give her a little kiss goodbye, and I'm like, in case this is the last time I see you.
You know what? That's just so awful.
I say that a lot. So when I go out for the walk, I give it a little peck, and I'm like, all right, kiss goodbye, just in case you don't see me again.
You say it in jest, but it does happen to people all the time.
It does.
Listen,
you're right. It does happen.
Seeing as how I probably won't be there when you do get hit by the bus, I'm comforted to know that you're accepting death.
You know what would be ridiculous if I actually did get taken out by a bus.
No.
All right,
maybe not the first. There'll be a time like 6 months down the road, Michelle will be like, he always warned me he was going to get hit by the bus.
I don't talk like that.
Well, when you talk about MJ,
why are you talking like some country twanger?
Listen, part of my impressions is to actually sound nothing like the person.
All right, but Michelle, seriously. So, I mean, you're in studio. My lovely wife in studio for 3 days this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yes.
Michelle, you've never had any like a little pang of desire for some young stud?
I can categorically say I have never been attracted to a younger man. In my younger days dating, I always dated guys that were older than me.
Ladies, I think this is another question for the phones. I think this is a great question for our audience. So, women, what do you think about this new University of California Davis study that women are just as attracted to younger men as men are attracted to younger women? So, the question's simple. Ladies, are you attracted to younger men? Yes or no?
No.
All right, you got to put a parameter on this.
All right, 800-990-1047. If you want to remain anonymous, if you don't want to use your name, that's fine. If you want to remain anonymous, or listen, just your first name's fine. All right, phones are ringing. Let's go. Andrew, screen them quickly. Let's go to phones. Very simple question. Do you agree with the UC Davis study? 4,500 participants. Men and women are equally attracted to younger members of the opposite sex. Yes or no? 800-990-1047 800-990-1047. Lines are ringing. Andrew's screaming. Michelle, why are you giving me like a look of disgust over here?
And I'm just going to say, like, to put it in the context of a celebrity thing, right? Like, you look at who you might be attracted to as a celebrity. Brad Pitt, hot. Timothy Chalamet,
Really?
Still a boy.
Yeah, he's still a boy.
Yeah.
Like, there's just, you know?
So you're much more attracted to Brad Pitt than Timothy Chalamet.
Uh-huh.
With his little peach fuzz on his lip.
What about like Dick Van Dyke? He's 99 years old.
No, I think he's 100 now, isn't
Is he 100?
I think he's 100.
I think.
Is he
I
100?
think that's a 100-year-old dick.
Hey,
that's a shriveled up. That's a shriveled up 100-year-old dick.
Michelle,
That's Dick Van Dyke.
I really like younger women, Michelle.
All right.
Let me show
All right,
you.
let me go to phones.
Show you my chimney sweep.
Anonymous is in Carrollwood. Hello, Anonymous. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ.
Hey.
So, me and my husband joke about this a lot, saying, like, you know, if one of us goes, then the other one can have a younger person that they can find. But we always end up, like, 5 seconds later, it's like, oh, no, breaking in a new person would just take too much work. But I will tell him, like, you know, if you leave me, I was like, I will have a boy toy in the house.
Oh, how old are you, by the way, Anonymous?
I'm 40.
Listen, that's still pretty young yourself, 40. And, like, if you were to take on a boy toy, how old would the boy toy be?
Nothing younger than 30, because I can't.
Okay.
I can't make jokes and then the boy toy not get it. You
All right,
know?
so
like, that doesn't fly.
All right, so 28, 29, no dice, 30, 31, dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it would depend on the dice, but yeah.
All right. Thank you, Anonymous.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right. Debbie is next on the MJ Morning Show. Debbie is in Riverview. Debbie, hi, MJ Morning Show. You're up.
Okay, I am way too vain to have somebody look younger than me on my arm. I don't want to have to look like I'm carrying my son around with me, so I'm not into that.
All right. So do you like guys your age or even a little older?
A little older.
All right. Debbie, thanks for the call. Cindy in Wesley Chapel. Cindy, MJ Morning Show.
Good morning, and I have to say, if you're a mom, hell no.
Hell no.
No.
So you have no desire for the younger guy?
Nope.
Are you attracted to younger guys? I mean, there's one thing to, be attracted and make a note of it or, have a little thing versus actually consummating or actually physically going toward that goal.
Nope.
All right, so you're not even interested in the thought?
Nope.
Well, good. And Cindy, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm almost 60.
Gotcha. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day, guys.
You too. How about my Sharona? Sharona in Wesley Chapel. You named after the song?
No, I was not.
Do you know the song?
Of course I do.
No, she never heard of it. Her name is Sharona, and you're giving her breaking news now. She's never heard that before.
Sharona.
Yeah.
All right, Sharona, go ahead.
Okay, so I only listen more so when I was younger. More so, I went specifically for older men. I like the older men. In fact, my first husband was 26 years older than me.
Wow, how old were you when you got married?
24-ish.
So
maybe,
he was
24.
So he was like, you were 24 and he was like close to 50?
He was 50.
Yes.
And then what, he died?
And how long did that last? How long was the marriage?
That's why he's my first husband. He's dead.
Yeah, but he died.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. So you were still married when he died?
No. No, he was horrible to me. Horrible.
All right, so how long did the marriage last?
5 years.
Oh, wow.
In fact, I remember on our 5th wedding anniversary, we went out for dinner, and we were sitting at dinner, and he took a $50 bill, and he slid it across the table to me and said, "Happy anniversary." I said, yeah. I said, "How many years?" And he goes, "Yeah, 5 happy years." And
Wow.
like really sarcastic.
By any chance, did he get hit by a bus?
I think he accidentally got shot 45 times.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh.
I'm just being sarcastic.
It's a mob hit.
Hold on, Sharona.
I'm like, my eyes perked up. It's like real life Goodfellas or something.
Right. Sharona, how old was he when he died?
Well, I don't know because we were divorced, but do the math. He died about 8 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So.
All right. So, Sharona, what's the deal with you and men now? Are you attracted to younger or still attracted to older?
So my husband always, the first we meet somebody, the first thing he says is, "Hi, my wife is older than me." I'm 2 months older than my husband.
Okay. All right.
But he loves to tell everybody that.
That's great. Hey, thanks for the call. Have a great day.
You too, hun. Bye-bye.
I got a hun. Michelle, is that all right if I get a hun?
Yes.
All right. Rebecca Clearwater, MJ Morning Show. You're up. Hello.
Good morning, MJ.
Hey.
So I've never really been attracted to younger men, and now I'm 42, and I'm actually dating a guy that is 31.
Wow.
And I've known him for 2 years, and then finally I just decided, but it's not really that big of an issue. So yeah, that's kind of my thought.
Has the age difference caused any issue? Is there any misconnection on any front at all? On any level?
Well, he's liked me for the last 2 years, and I would not date him because of his age. I refuse.
All right, so Rebecca, this begs the question. So he's liked you for 2 years before you started going out with him.
Yeah.
Where did you guys meet? What was the interaction?
So we actually work together. He is a manager of, a retail place, and I actually have an office right next to it.
Oh.
So we see each other every day. But yeah, I finally just decided to give him a shot, and it's not bad. I've never dated a younger guy.
So he was hitting on you for 2 years, and you rejected, and then you finally,
Yes.
but he was persistent, and finally you said yes after 2 years?
Yep. Mhm.
How did that go? So were you were you in the parking lot, or how did it happen?
Well, so he was dating someone for a little bit on and off, and, I just was like, you got a girlfriend, plus your age. I showed him no attention. I didn't want to, have nothing to do with him. Then he texted me, and he's like, me and my girlfriend broke up, and I still didn't talk to him, anything like that for months, literally months. I didn't want to be a rebound. So finally, recently, I just decided to give him a shot, and we've been dating now for about 2 months.
Wow, and it's going fairly well?
Yeah, it's going really good, actually. Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rebecca. Great story. Jackie and Trinity. Jackie, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hi.
Jackie, let me just reset this for folks that are just tuning in. Study 4,500 blind dates. Professor with UC Davis, University of California, Davis, has a new study out that women are just as likely to be attracted or desire a younger man as men are desiring younger women. It's like almost 1 for 1. It's equal. Whereas I always would have thought that men in greater numbers want a younger woman than women wanting a younger man. But apparently new study says it's about the same. So Jackie, Trinity, you're up. Go ahead.
I agree. I absolutely agree. They remind me of a version of myself that I'd like to be again. So I actually, it's kind of like the Matthew McConaughey line, I get older, they stay the same age. You know what I mean?
So what is your current situation, Jackie?
My situation is my boyfriend is 10 years younger than me.
How old are you, Jackie?
I'm 44.
And your boyfriend is 34.
Look at you with the
Yes,
math.
and it started off as a fling that I didn't think there was anything in the future for us, but we developed into something great. I met him at the strip club when I was a stripper. He was a patron.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was absolutely just fun and games, and it turned into a great thing. Now he's stepdad to my kids, so it's wonderful.
And Jackie, you're no longer a stripper?
No, I'm a little old for that, I think.
How long? Well, I saw Demi Moore in that movie years ago. So how long were you an adult entertainer?
On and off my whole life since in my 20s.
Wow. And
Yeah, a couple years at a time. But
locally?
I quit. Yeah, all over this area. I came from Ocala, Florida when I was about 22 to be a stripper at Mons Venus, and I just thought it was going to be something short. And
so
sweet.
if you were a Mon stripper, you're top end.
I don't know.
What are you doing? All right.
But yeah, I mean, I still had like, I didn't want to date older guys. You know, I got older. I still dated younger guys, and you know, their stamina is better. You know, and it keeps you young.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Did you, when you worked at the Mons, did you ever step out and go across the street and work at the spaceship?
I did. I worked there as well. It was a little weird. I was like, how do you get people up there in the spaceship? Like, what do we do? And the girls like wouldn't tell me. I was like, oh, I see.
All right.
Call me later. I'll tell you what you do.
Jackie, thanks for listening. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Bye,
Well, Fester, what am I creeping you out with because my wife is sitting right here?
No, I mean, you know, this creepy MJ's my.
I'm asking the questions that people want to know. I'm doing my job over here.
You didn't ask a question. You made a statement.
All right, Maria in Tampa. Maria, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
We're doing well. Go ahead.
Yes. My husband is dead now, 14 years ago, but he was 39 years older than me.
He was hold on. He was how much older?
39.
39 years.
You said your husband was 39 years older than you?
Yes.
How old were you when you got married?
26.
My God. You had to know that expiration date was coming quick.
But he was the type of guy that he used to take care of himself and look good all the time.
Wow.
He never got sick. So when he got sick, he used to tell me, when I got sick, I know I'm going to die right away. And it happened how he said.
Oh, man.
But
I'm sorry for your loss.
yes, when younger girls married to an older guy, for my experience, I think we're looking for a father.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like the Oedipus complex.
Yes,
Right?
yes, because
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's Electra. The Electra complex, right? Is that
Why
right?
don't you just say daddy issues?
All right.
I mean, stop
anyway.
using
Hey,
big words that
Maria.
you don't even know what they
Maria,
mean.
where's your accent from? Where are you from?
I born in the Dominican Republic, but I live in St. Kitts for many, many years.
Yeah.
So
No, very, very nice accent, Maria. Thank you for listening.
thank you.
All right, let me grab D'Amica in Lakeland. Hey, Andrew, I'm going to wrap it up with D'Amica, Carolyn, and just Tampa. All right, D'Amica, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello, D'Amica.
Good morning.
Hey.
The last few times I've been out with my girlfriends, I've been hit on by like 22-year-old boys.
How old are you, D'Amica?
I'm 40.
All right, 40, and the 22-year-old boys are after you, huh?
Yes, but my daughter is 19, so it grosses me out because they're like closer to an age, and I just mommy issues.
Yeah. So is your preference same age, a little older, or will you?
Same age or a little bit older. I mean, I wouldn't mind like a year or two younger, but I'm definitely, to me, a 40-year-old and somebody in their 20s really don't have much in common.
Yeah, I agree with that. Unless, a woman's just looking for physicality or something. D'Amica, thank you. Can you imagine daughters 19 and 22-year-old guys are hitting on you?
Gross.
Yeah. Carolyn in St. Pete. Carolyn, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Go ahead.
Good morning, MJ and friends. Nice to hear from you guys.
Friends isn't the exact.
The friends are.
I mean, once
you know what? I'm going to rename the show MJ and Friends.
I mean, friends isn't the exact term I would use to describe our relationship.
Like Fox and Friends. MJ and Friends.
Yeah.
With Fester and my lovely wife, Michelle. All right, go ahead, Carolyn.
Yes. Yeah, that would sound great. But, yeah, I have liked both older men and younger men throughout my life. I definitely like the song by Brooke Alex, Younger. It's like a newer song or whatever, but it's a little thing that...
Is that a country song?
Not really. It's
Who's
more like a poppy type song.
Am I supposed to know who Brooke Alex is?
She's not like super famous, but a few people have mentioned her that are famous. So
all right.
I happen to like her a lot.
Now, how old are you, Carolyn?
Well, I am like 27 now.
You're,
almost in my 30s.
All right, so you're 27, and what's the youngest you'll date?
Well, Well, I'm married now, so I won't date anybody.
Right.
But way back when, I would say maybe like 5 to 7 years younger.
Wow.
I wouldn't go beyond that.
Wow. So when you were 18, you were dating like, 12-year-olds?
Definitely not.
Okay.
But when I get older, and let's say, like you, if my husband were to go kaput, as you guys are talking about earlier,
Right.
hopefully that never happens with you.
It will happen at some point.
But if that were to happen, then I might consider somebody younger.
So, Carolyn, 27 now. How old's your husband?
He is, I want to say, he's 35.
What is that? I want to say you don't know how old he is?
Not off the top of my head. He doesn't like focusing on his age.
All right. Thank you, Carolyn. All right. Final call on this. Tammy in Tampa. Tammy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, Tammy.
I guess I'm not one of the normal ones because my fiance, he's actually 9 years older than I am.
Okay.
And yet I can't see being with somebody too much younger, considering, no offense to anybody out there, but we want somebody that's going to be not so childish, that knows what they want in life and more stable.
Makes sense to me. Thank you. It's more of the, I guess, social and mental attractions versus physical for many people. Well, there you have it. But again, just to wrap this up, new study from University of California, Davis shows that women are just as much looking for younger guys as men are looking for younger women in the subset of people that are looking for a younger experience with their partnership.
That last caller says she don't want anybody childish.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest,
Yeah.
I'm the most childish person I know.
Yeah, Michelle calls me an 8-year-old.
Man-child.
I'm a man-child, absolutely. Hey, if you want to see why Michelle's attracted to me, if you want to see why Allison's attracted to Fester, check out the twerking video, man. I'll tell you, I am still getting tons of comments on the twerking video, which Fester and I shot. If you missed this, it's up on my Instagram. It's up on Certified MJ Radio. And it was due to a story we had about a woman, a flight attendant with Alaska Airlines, and she twerked in her uniform on an empty plane, an empty 737, prior to all the passengers boarding. She's twerking, took a video, posted it, and she got fired by Alaska Airlines for, unbecoming behavior of a flight attendant.
How ridiculous is that?
So they fired her. So in honor of her firing, Fester and I twerked down the hall in our new studio, which is under construction right now. If you haven't seen the twerking video, people are loving this thing. It's up at Certified MJ Radio. Just look for Fester bent over and his huge butt filling the tile on my Instagram feed.
I'm really surprised at how much of the screen my ass took
Yeah,
up.
it's really the whole damn thing. Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio if you want to see the twerk. On a completely different front. And folks, when you listen to the MJ Morning Show, if you're a regular, you know that our diversity is legendary. We can turn on a dime. We can talk about anything. We do. You never know what you're going to get. I wanted to spend a moment to talk about this insane AI story that hit yesterday and suddenly consumed all the news. It tanked the NASDAQ yesterday.
The Chinese AI company?
Yeah. So this Chinese AI called DeepSeek, they claimed that they have a new AI search model that cost a fraction to build as far as monetarily and the technology needed than the other competitive AI platforms that are out there. So a couple of things here quick. So DeepSeek competes with like ChatGPT, which you've played around on ChatGPT, right?
Yeah, it's a very interesting site.
You've got Threads from Meta. Google's got Gemini. Anyway, there are multiple models out there. And here's the deal. This just smashed the news yesterday like an asteroid, because this Chinese company, and folks, if you think a warning is coming, you are correct. Hold on. So the claim is that they only spent $5.6 million to develop their AI search model, whereas ChatGPT apparently cost $78 million to make. Google's Gemini, they apparently have $191 million in the development of their AI model. And this caused like havoc yesterday. Like NVIDIA, the chip manufacturer that's cranking out chips that support all of the AI needs. They're building some of the best chips out there, and NVIDIA really, carved their path in a lot of these chips. NVIDIA lost, this is insane, NVIDIA lost $593 billion in market capitalization yesterday. Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, like a 10% drop or a 12% drop.
I mean, this is unfreaking no, 17%. NVIDIA was $593 billion market capitalization, value of the company loss because a Chinese company came out and said, oh, yeah, we have a new AI model. We spent just a fraction on this thing.
Is there any proof to this, or is this just all press releases?
Fester, I'm glad you brought that up.
So China can come out with like one statement and say, oh, by the way, and then blow up the market for a day?
So is this a manipulation? Is this a lie? I mean, and that's where I'm sort of in the belief that we haven't seen proof of this. Some of the independent tech folks, they've done, they were able to log on or download it and give it a shot. And it does work apparently, but I don't know if I believe that they used normal chips and normal computers and only spent a fraction of the other companies. I don't believe anything that, anything connected to the Chinese Communist government is saying. And let's be honest here. If this thing really is the AI model that they're saying it is, this and the data collection, this would make TikTok look like, an under 4 kids Lego set, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, so this, talk about a security issue. And the last thing I want to say on this is that Americans rushed to download this Chinese AI app yesterday and get on. A lot of people couldn't even get on. They were flooded. Then they were hit with like a cyber attack and it caused it to crash. But this new DeepSeek Chinese AI was the #1 download in the Apple App Store yesterday. So you're handing them your data. If you think that TikTok is a data miner, if you're jumping on AI, man, you are totally just give them everything.
That just begs the question then, because you just said yesterday, I think, that some of the new phones cannot download TikTok.
Well, because the TikTok's not available,
in the
app stores right now.
But this is.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
The timing is kind of.
This is an AI service.
A little suspect. But
it's
again,
not a video service.
But listen, the bottom line is the data collection is exponentially larger on this Chinese AI versus TikTok. TikTok is a problem. This is exponentially, potentially a much greater problem.
I find the timing to be a little suspect.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point. Biggest one-day loss for a company, with NVIDIA losing $593 billion in market cap. Biggest one-day loss for a company in the history of the world. Unfreaking believable. 8:54 at the MJ Morning Show, rolling up at 8:55. That brings to a close well over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We start the 9 o'clock hour next, so don't move. Absolutely jammed in the 9 o'clock hour. I don't even have time to tell you what's coming up, although it's incredible content. Just trust me on that. International Diamonds. 9:02 at the MJ Morning Show. Just at the end of the last segment, we were talking about this new Chinese artificial intelligence model, and it just wreaked havoc on Wall Street yesterday. They're called Nightmare on Wall Street is one of the headlines that I saw earlier today. And Michelle, I know you had something interesting to add. Julian just texted me.
Yes.
Julian lost out on our 20-year-old son Julian has got his own little portfolio going. Let me dial him up and see how much he lost on paper.
What, he took a beating on NVIDIA? Don't worry about it. NVIDIA's going to be fine.
Oh, listen, I'm sure NVIDIA's going to. Did you see? The head of NVIDIA? He personally lost like a ridiculous amount. Hey,
hello?
How much money are you down in NVIDIA because of the wipeout yesterday?
I think like a couple hundred.
Yeah.
How many shares of NVIDIA do you have, Julian?
I don't know. I have like so little because they're so expensive. But
how many shares do you have?
Weren't expensive a year ago.
I don't know, maybe like 8 or something. I have to go back and look.
Yeah. So you're down hundreds? You're
Yeah.
down hundreds?
Pretty much.
Oh, man. Michelle, you were saying something to me off the air during the break, which I think is very valid.
Right, that this new DeepSeek, their terms of agreement mirror TikTok's in that they have to provide the data to the Chinese government when asked.
They work in concert.
Yes.
So Chinese intelligence, what a serious AI model can mine as far as data, it would make TikTok look like a child's toy.
But with TikTok, you're just getting entertainment. Sometimes it's informative. But when you're using an AI system or whatever, you're asking it for information. And they've censored so much information, specifically about China and like the Tiananmen Square thing and the Uyghurs that they're mistreating somewhere.
Yep.
So they totally are then, not only are they taking all of your information, but they are giving you like false manipulated facts.
Well, similar to TikTok, because TikTok and their algorithm can also...
But people don't think that.
They can suppress certain information, suggest other information on TikTok, the videos, the rabbit holes they take you down.
But on this, you're looking for information. This is like an encyclopedia. So they're
It's
now...
supposed to be open and giving you every point of view.
And there's nothing open regarding the Chinese Communist government.
So now they're deciding what to inform you on, what you're going to process, what information you have access to. Already manipulating.
And I've seen videos of people asking like, how many people did like Mao Zedong kill? And it literally will start typing, and then it will start being like, sorry, I cannot provide this information. And it will start like retracting everything it's been saying.
Yeah, not to be trusted. It hasn't proved itself in any reasonable fashion yet. But,
well, Julian, I hope you recover from your hundreds in NVIDIA losses. I hope you're able to bounce back.
Honestly, I think it will bounce back. I think the DeepSeek will probably not be as good as it seems.
Yeah, the head of NVIDIA, I think he lost like $20 billion.
He's not sweating.
On paper yesterday. He lost $20 billion. Julian's down hundreds. It was a rout yesterday. Total AI rout, commie AI rout. All right, Julian, have a good day, buddy.
All righty, thanks. You too.
I thought he was going to say thousands, down hundreds. I'm down tens. I'm down.
Okay, I let him take some of his birthday money and put in a little investment account and just
did.
have a little fun with it. I mean, he was so anxious to do that sort of thing.
All right, speaking of technology, there's a story that popped up a couple of days ago, and it's just a perfect segue. Christopher Walken, the famous actor Christopher Walken, right? Apparently has no interest in technology to the point where Christopher Walken doesn't even have a cell phone.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Stop. Don't perpetuate that for him.
By the way, he hates that.
He does.
He says that's ruined his life.
Yeah,
the Saturday Night Live skit. He says Christopher Walken, who's I love the guy. I think he's a phenomenal actor. He's got that like line of creepiness. That awkwardness, like a weirdo funeral director. He's just I think he's fantastic. But Christopher Walken says he can't go anywhere. Wherever he goes, it's always more cowbell.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
He says it's ruined his life. Anyway, so
this is Will Ferrell on Fallon 3 days ago.
What?
Or maybe last week or something.
But he's talking about cowbell?
Listen.
All right, roll it. Hit it. All right, this is an IG video. Hit it.
Christopher Walken, years later, in a play, I say hello to him backstage, and he's like, you've ruined my life.
What?
People during the curtain call bring cowbells and ring them. The other day, I went for an Italian food lunch, and the waiter asked if I wanted more cowbell with my pasta bolognese. And I think he was really mad at me.
Wow, no way.
And he had a little smile, but...
Well, because he had such a great career.
But,
he's a great actor.
From The Deer Hunter to Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, he's amazing.
To more cowbell. That's all he gets now.
That's all he gets now.
That's hysterical. That's funny. So Christopher Walken hates technology. He has no cell phone at all.
And he has never emailed.
What?
He's never Twittered. He only watches TV with a satellite dish.
He has no cable? No streaming?
No, because...
Does he have internet?
He was in that Severance.
Right.
And in order for him to watch it, he had to be sent DVD copies.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Now, is Severance on
Apple?
On Apple. We haven't seen Severance yet.
We need to watch that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that nominated? Is that on my SAG-AFTRA screeners this year?
I don't know. I think they only have one season, and it was nominated. But
I think the second season's out now.
Yeah, I've been seeing some
so Christopher Walken, no technology whatsoever. All right, we just had a bunch of snow in Florida. We had our cold snap. We had our cold temperatures. So I've got a couple of snow-related stories. Typically, I might not do these stories. Well, I take that back. I definitely would do one of these stories. So we just had 8-9 inches of snow up in Milton, up in the northern Panhandle.
Yeah, Santa Rosa and Escambia County,
Panama City had snow. Tallahassee had snow.
County.
You got kids going to FSU. They had snow. I mean, the
Panhandle.
The governor's wife was making a freaking snowman on the front lawn of the governor's mansion up in Tallahassee. All right, so a couple of snow stories here. This is out of Texas. A Port Arthur man in Texas is under investigation after a video went viral of him using a baby to clean snow from a car. He's holding the baby and using the baby as like a windshield scraper.
How is that possible?
Well, because he held the baby and just started moving the snow off the car with the baby.
Was he entertaining the kid, or was he like?
No, he was using the baby to clear the snow off the car. There was no entertainment involved. He was using the baby as a tool.
I mean, my son enjoys being kind of roughhoused with. I guess I use him to clean the windshield off of snow.
Port Arthur Police and Child Protective Services are investigating a 25-year-old Port Arthur, Texas man because of a viral online video. The man's accused of using the baby to brush the snow off a car earlier this week.
Oh, stop
during
it.
the winter storm in southeast Texas. Police now believe this constitutes child endangerment. Port Arthur Police Chief Tim DeRiso told 12 News they aren't releasing the man's name, but the chief expects an arrest warrant to be issued next week through the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. Port Arthur police say the shocking video was taken from TikTok. Shows a 25-year-old man using a baby to wipe the snow.
Oh, I'm watching this right now. The baby's fine.
He's using a baby to wipe the snow off of his Hyundai Elantra.
He's playing
Right,
with
hold
a
on,
baby.
hold on a minute. Bring up, roll the audio back. Roll the story back. Roll back to the beginning.
I'm gonna have to refresh it.
All right, so just go ahead and refresh it, and then refresh and then unmute. Listen to this thing. Unmute. Okay. Top. Unmute.
Say this shocking recording of a video taken from TikTok shows a 25-year-old man using a baby to remove snow from his Hyundai Elantra.
It's confirmed that it was a 3-month-old baby.
Chief Tim DeRiso tells 12 News it happened Tuesday at the O.W. Collins elderly apartment in the midst of the winter storm.
It's a sad situation.
All right, this is terrible.
That's not.
This is terrible.
That's not a baby.
It's
a doll.
It's a baby. No, it's not.
The police chief just said it's a 3-month-old baby.
It's a baby. The guy is moving the baby all over the windshield and scraping the snow off. It is awful.
I think it's a doll.
It is worse than I thought.
I thought it was like, a 2-year-old or something. It's a baby.
Oh my! Is this real? I mean, the reporter's knocking on the door with a 12
While there
News.
was no answer. Neighbors didn't hold back, voicing their concerns.
It was actually sickening to my stomach. That's just something you don't do. I know they're both new parents. We even threw a big baby shower here.
Others tell us this isn't the first time they've witnessed strange behavior.
He came out one night, and the baby didn't have nothing on it but just a onesie. And I went up to him, and I told him, I said, "You're going to make your baby sick."
DeRiso says investigators are still looking into the man's criminal history, but he's expected to be charged with child endangerment.
The guy is using the baby, a 3-month-old baby, to push like 4 or 5 inches of snow off the rear windshield and the rear deck of the Hyundai Elantra. All right, Michelle, do you believe it now?
I don't know. I feel like there's some editing going on.
The guy doesn't seem like the most stable person. He's had interactions with his...
There is something that tells me, man, this is so egregious that, come on, is this real? Is this like a giant hoax or a put-on?
I think in the TikTok video, he shows a close-up of the baby.
Right.
So you see the baby's face. You see it's a real baby. And then...
Is he using a doll to...
and then the arms
there's
are
the baby's
just...
face. There's the baby's face. That's a real-ass baby.
Yeah.
And then then it cuts to him using the baby as a scraper.
So are you thinking the baby as a scraper is a doll?
Yes.
And then they're cutting to a... But then the news would have to be in on this.
Or the police chief doesn't have all the information yet.
Exactly.
They're investigating. Well, we figured out it's a 3-month-old baby. Well, yeah, because that's a real baby, but maybe that's a doll.
Or they creatively edited the video before they put it on social media.
Exactly.
And everyone's falling for it.
That's what I think. I'm not falling for it. You are.
I'm trying to figure out if...
Look how he's holding the arm as he's doing it, and the other arm is staying just completely like a doll.
When I look at the guy using the baby, it looks like the baby is pretty still and static.
Yes.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
All right, man, it's bizarre. All right, snow story number 2. Because of all the flaws. This is actually very, very funny. I think this is I love this stuff. Remember they had a tugboat? Remember there was a contest for some tugboat, and they wanted people to name the tugboat. What was that funny name? It was like Tuggy McTugster or
Tuggy McTuggerson? I don't know.
Remember,
name a tugboat? I don't recall naming a tugboat.
Something like that. Anyway, this is very, very funny.
Do they get a name for it?
Up in Connecticut. McBoatface, right. What was the, Andrew, turn your microphone on. What was the something McBoatface?
Bodie McBoatface.
Bodie, and what was it? Whose boat were they trying to name? Do you have it?
They're trying, it was a part of a fleet of 6 over-the-horizon autonomous underwater vehicles.
Bodie McBoatface. Anyway, so I saw this story. In Connecticut, they just put 12 new snowplows on the road. The Connecticut Department of Transportation. Mm-hmm. And they asked people to name the snowplows. So each of the new 12 snowplows got a name.
That's cool.
Tell you what.
That's fun.
It sounds like we need 12 new snowplows in Florida to handle the snow up in the panhandle. So listen to this. This is great. The 12 names that were chosen from all the entries, the chosen names are as follows. Control, Salt, Delete. That's funny.
That's pretty clever.
Instead of Control, Alt, Delete, Control, Salt, Delete, the snow. Sir Plows a Lot.
That's better than the first one.
I like that one, too. Sleetwood Mac.
Hysterical.
That's great. That's fantastic. Sleetwood Mac. Blizzard of Oz.
I like it.
That is phenomenal. Too Fast, Too Furious. Fast and Furious.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Snow Force 1.
I like that one.
Okay. Snotorious B.I.G. That's great.
Okay.
Snotorious B. Florious George instead of Curious George. Han Snowlo. That's great for Han Solo. Melton John.
Perfect.
Melton John.
We get the snow reference.
Taylor Drift.
Again. Perfect.
It's good. And Blizzard Wizard. Those are great. I like all the names.
Yeah, a lot of fun names there.
Anything else they left off the list? Can you think of anything on the fly? Anything very, very quick and cleverly? No?
No.
Not at all?
I mean, I'm not into naming snowplows.
Me neither.
Didn't get to the story yesterday. This is sort of a morons in the news story. Did you see locally out in Lakeland in Polk County the 2 puppies and baggies of marijuana labeled with movie titles from classic motion pictures?
I saw the image of the 2 puppies and all the drugs, but I didn't know it was so interesting in the movies.
There was a traffic stop out in Lakeland on Sunday morning. This is early in the morning. It's like 7 a.m., Sunday morning, Lakeland. And a Florida Highway Patrol trooper pulls over a vehicle that was speeding on State Road 400. And I guess it was shifting lanes and weaving and swerving and, not driving, very nicely. All over the road. So the trooper lit him up, pulls the car over. The trooper goes to the window of the car. 20-year-old Xavier Alexander Benitez is driving the car, rolls down the window immediately, 7 a.m. Sunday morning, just a blast of marijuana, it hits the trooper in the face, right? When asked about the odor, Benitez pulls out a container with a green leafy plant matter and says to the Florida Highway Patrol officer, "I only have this." The trooper then searches the vehicle and found 3 baggies, like Ziplocs, 3 Ziplocs with weed inside, and then the images of Home Alone 6, Scarface, Ted Penguin, and then a green box containing 3 joints. There was a marijuana leaf grinder, wrapping paper, additional empty baggies, and then CD boxes with the same film images on the front of the CD device, the CD holder.
Was he selling the drugs in the CD cases?
I think that's what was going to happen.
In the spare tire holder, there were 3 sealed baggies with marijuana inside, Home Alone, Scarface, Def Jam as well. Then they found 237 grams of marijuana and 2 puppies in the vehicle.
There's some cute little doggies.
You see the doggies?
Yeah.
The doggies
so
are
cute.
adorable. Are those little pit bulls or what?
They look like little pit bulls.
They do.
Pit bull pug kind of mix. I don't know. They're really cute dogs. 2 dogs in the vehicle. 7 a.m. The guy's, obviously smoking with, weed coming out of the window. Anyway, he was driving on a suspended or revoked license. Was arrested for possession of marijuana, intent to sell, and possession of drug equipment, traffic violation. The puppies were handed over to Polk County Animal Control, which I'm sure these cute little puppies.
Not to go backwards.
By the way, the dogs' names are Joint and Bong.
Nice. Not to go backwards.
Yes.
But I just received a text from a listener. It's my personal cell line.
Yes.
813-310-8444.
That's right. Fester's personal cell, 813-310-8444.
Melton Sludge Cow.
Oh!
That's
great.
Yeah.
Melton
Sludge
Cow.
Yeah. Wow, that's great. I love it. 9:22 at the MJ Morning Show. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. Of course, Fester sent me this item last night. Of course, it has to do with food. So, Fester, what limited time only special food item is coming in a couple of weeks for sale for a limited amount of time? Tell you what, I would be interested in tasting this.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then also warning. Oh, man. Guy orders stuff from one of those Chinese e-commerce sites. You've got what? Shein. You've got Temu. You've got the whole
Wish.
Wish, the Alibaba and AliExpress.
Right.
You got to be so careful. You're not going to believe what the guy ordered and what he actually got. Warning, warning, warning. All on the way. A loaded final segment next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. 9:30 at the MJ Morning Show. Final segment. Andrew wants me to go to phones right off the bat here. There is a call on hold. It's Aaron. Aaron in Tampa wants to talk to me. Aaron, welcome to the MJ. Hold on a second. Got the wrong button there. Aaron, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, MJ. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hi. I just wanted to call in because I just happened to stumble across your station this morning. And I used to listen to you probably 25 years ago, and when you guys were MJ and BJ in the morning.
Yeah.
And I just happened to stumble across, and then I heard you do the Kemp Lawn Green commercial talking about somebody hitting you at 43 miles an hour at a stoplight. That actually happened to me twice, different, 2 years apart.
Well, hold on. Let me take one thing at a time here. Hang on a minute. So you're cruising through the dial. You did not know that the MJ Morning Show was back here on 104.7?
I did not. No, well, I just moved back to the area.
Oh.
Well, I moved back a couple years ago, but I had been living in Virginia.
Where in Virginia?
Northern Virginia, Fredericksburg, just outside of D.C.
Yeah, of course. I got my first speeding ticket just south in Caroline County back in 19.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, got my first speeding ticket ever was in Caroline County on 95. All right, so Aaron, what were you listening to until you discovered us? What were you listening to on morning radio?
You know, I really didn't. I wasn't listening to morning radio. I'd spend a lot of time in my car. I do DoorDash for like a side job.
Gotcha.
So I do a lot of streaming on my phone. I actually listen to TV shows while I'm driving a lot of times.
All right. Well, listen. You now know we're back every morning, Monday through Friday, the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. So can I count you as a new regular listener?
You 100% count me in as a new listener, a regular listener.
That is awesome. Okay, now let's move on to the Kemp Law Group. So you've been smashed into twice by other drivers?
Yeah, at stoplights. Well, I was at a stoplight. The first one, I was a passenger, and somebody had been messing with their phone, like you had said, and hit us from behind doing about 45.
Holy crap. So then I totally nailed your situation. I said like you're rear-ended. I said you're at a traffic light. You get rear-ended at 48 miles an hour, and that happened to you. Wow. And then you called the Kemp Law Group, and tell me about the second one.
Oh, the second one. the second one, I was at a stoplight getting ready to turn to get my son from school, and a police officer in an SUV with the ram bars in the front, he hit me going 50 miles an hour because he was intending to go straight, but he said he was looking down at his computer and drifted over into my lane. And there was a car actually behind me, so he hit the car behind me. We were both stopped in the turning lane. And he hit that car, and, of course, they hit me. And Kemp Law Group represented me in both of those situations.
Awesome. So I'm guessing you recovered, and the Kemp Law Group got you, obviously, property damage. You probably had medical injuries as well.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But both times. Unfortunately, people don't realize the police officers, they do a great job. No fault on the police officers. But it was a difficult, they're self-insured.
Yeah.
So I was definitely glad to have representation in that situation because I had no idea how to navigate that.
Well, look at that. So found the MJ Morning Show. Turns out that one of our great sponsors, the Kemp Law Group, accident or fall, you call Kemp Law, has been used twice by Aaron. After you apparently, you're like a magnet. Listen, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope the third time is not a charm and you don't get smashed into a third time.
Yes, God, from your lips to God's ears. It's been 6 years since it happened the last time. So let's hope we're on a good run.
All right. Thank you, Aaron, for checking in.
All right. Thanks, MJ. It was good talking to you.
Great talking to you, too. Thank you very much. So Fester sends me a link to the story last night. Yeah. Of course you did, Fester.
Of course I did.
A new Coca-Cola flavor is coming out on February 10th.
I mean, I like regular Coke. I like cherry Coke.
I like cherry Coke.
Oh, Michelle loves cherry Coke.
But aside from...
Whenever we go to the movie theater,
yeah,
Michelle gets the $12 bucket of popcorn, which actually contains about 38 actual cents of product.
Your point?
Little profit margin in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it, that they need to make money to keep the lights on, that they're not making enough for the movies themselves. I get it. So, and then Michelle gets the largest cup possible to fill with cherry Coke.
It's the only time I drink a soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, cherry Coke is good. Regular Coke, I think, is the best.
All right, so I'm a fan. I do like a Coca-Cola. I do like a cherry Coke. But coming out February 10th is a new limited time only Coca-Cola flavor. And I got to be honest, I like Coca-Cola, and I really love this combination because I'm a huge creamsicle fan. The old Orange Julius, sort of in this genre. So Fester sends me this story that a year after that short-lived spiced Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I mean, I think Coke is trying to get too hip for the room.
Yeah, well, they're now introducing on February 10th. Well, if I said creamsicle, and they're introducing Coca-Cola Orange Cream.
I mean,
I love orange cream.
I'll give it a shot, but I'm not expecting much from it.
I'll definitely listen. I only drink one, maybe two soft drinks a year. Because I get my sugar fill from my ice cream that I make and my Hawaiian shave ice.
The shave ice.
I had a great mango guava shave ice last night.
The large overflowing container of shave ice that you eat every night.
I have the real flower cups from Hawaii. I've got the real syrups from Hawaii. I've got the real machine from Hawaii. Make my own blocks of ice. Hey, I'm still looking forward to Ululani opening up in Seminole, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Ululani fan. We used to go to the Ululani that burned down in Lahaina.
I know.
So hopefully they can get back on their feet. But the famous Hawaiian shave ice outlet, Ululani. And look, I got hooked on shave ice in 1984. The summer of 84, I had just graduated from high school, and I was part of a video crew from Video Image Productions. It was a Chesapeake, Virginia, big video operation that my dad's friend owned. And we were shooting a series for the DOD, for the Department of Defense. And I was on the video crew for the shoot. And we flew to Hawaii. And in the hotel lobby in Honolulu, where we were staying, there was a big gift shop. And they made shave ices in the gift shop. And that was my first experience with shave ices. And I had 100 of them while I was there. I mean, I fell in love with the shave ice. And then whenever we'd go to Hawaii, my first stop would be shave ice. And just ask Michelle.
All right, hold on.
Ask Michelle about my shave ice obsession.
We're with you.
Yeah.
Right. We all understand.
Right. So and then what? 10 years ago, I ended up buying a machine. So I've got a real professional Fujimarka machine.
How lucky are we, Fester? We have a real Hawaiian shave ice machine. We're lucky, right?
Lucky people.
Looks like a drill press in my kitchen.
I can't believe I'm 1 degree of separation from somebody with a real drill press.
What are you seeing?
Ululani's open in Seminole.
Did they already open?
Yeah, I mean, looking at their Instagram, it looks like they've been open for maybe a month or so.
No. They just opened because they were supposed.
It says Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day they were closed.
Yeah,
so.
Thanksgiving and Christmas they were closed.
No. That's.
I'm telling you what it says.
Hold on. Well, that might be upcoming.
8,400.
They just opened. They were supposed to open like in early January, but they delayed the opening. So are they now officially open?
So these are the 2 days a year they're closed?
Yeah, Thanksgiving and Christmas, which are coming up later this year.
It looks like they're officially open.
All right, so I got to get by. I got to get by Ululani's Shave Ice in Seminole, even though I have got my own machine and I make great shave ice. I mean, the real deal. Looks like they have swans. Yeah, the big machines are Fujimarka Swan. Anyway, so I will have to get to the Ululani to try a shave in Seminole, folks. If you have not had a real Hawaiian shave ice, you gotta go. You gotta do it. It's not a snow cone. It's life changing.
I mean, you gotta see it.
You gotta see it. You gotta go. America's largest snow show.
Held in Seminole, Florida.
It's Seminole. Ululani's famous.
All right, hold on.
From Maui. Yes.
Here it's saying grand opening. Usually the grand opening isn't.
It says, so the grand open. It looks like they might be open, but the grand opening is coming in February.
Okay.
All right, but it looks like they might be open now. So yeah, I got to get there. All right. So and also I will try the Coca-Cola Orange Dream or
it's piqued my interest. I don't have high expectations.
Orange Cream, whatever it is.
I'm a root beer guy. I drink root beer every day.
I'm a root beer guy as well. Hey, a warning for you with these e-commerce sites. Holy crap on a stick. I don't know why, some of the junk that I've heard that people get shipped from Temu, T-E-M-U, that's how you apparently pronounce it. It's Temu. And I have not ordered from Temu. I haven't ordered from Alibaba. I haven't ordered from AliExpress.
Oh, you get so much good stuff.
I haven't ordered from Shein, these Chinese e-commerce sites. Just a warning. Guy up in Savannah, Georgia, orders a drill. So he orders an electric power drill for some ridiculous price, $22.97. I'm sorry, $22.40, whatever. Ridiculous price for he thinks he's getting an electric power drill. Guess what?
What do you get?
What?
They send him a picture of the drill. So
oh my gosh.
So it's
okay. That's ridiculous.
They sent him a picture of the advertisement, like the graphic. He thought he was getting the drill in the picture. Okay. They actually sent him he literally got the picture of.
I don't believe that. That's staged.
Dude, it's not. This is from WTOC television in Savannah, Georgia. Savannah man bought a drill on AliExpress, which is a division of Alibaba. That's like the Chinese Amazon, right. Alibaba. And the guy orders a drill from AliExpress and got a printed photo of the drill that he ordered. That's what it was. He bought a photo of the drill, not an actual drill. Then listen to this. Then he pays another 20-something bucks for a pressure washer.
What, do you get a picture of a pressure washer?
He just got a screw.
What?
They mailed him a screw.
I don't know. I'm looking at a Temu site. They have a mega sale going on right now. Free shipping orders over $30.
God, look at that. That's like the total DeWalt knockoff.
Yeah.
That's probably that thing $19.63 for like a DeWalt handheld 20-volt. Oh, look, they're trying to one up literally DeWalt. Instead of a 20-volt battery, they have a 21-volt battery.
That's pretty fancy. The Walt.
But would you trust that?
But look at this. It's a black and yellow.
Looks identical.
They're totally trying to rip off DeWalt. And the drill, how much is a DeWalt drill like this? 100 plus bucks?
120 bucks, maybe 100 bucks.
$21. How much is it?
21. 20 volt.
Get out of here. That's ridiculous. How from DeWalt?
$155.
$155.
And that'll last you your whole life. They have other ones that were a couple dollars less.
Yeah, Michelle got me a, what was it, like a double set you bought me for my birthday?
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
We had a friend, MJ. He retired, but he used to be like a DeWalt rep.
Yeah, he dropped off a
couple of drills.
Yeah, he dropped off a couple of drills from me years ago. Is he retired now?
If anybody asked, he's fell off the back of a truck.
I need to find.
He's retired.
I need to find the BlendTech guy. I need a new BlendTech blender.
Do we?
Yeah.
Why?
That's because they've gotten better.
Oh.
Yeah, I use my BlendTech blender all the time. There was a rep for BlendTech.
Right.
That just dropped off a BlendTech blender for me at the old radio station.
Because he said it was better than the Vitamix.
Yeah, because I was talking about using the Vitamix.
Yep.
And the guy said, hey, I'm a rep for BlendTech. And our BlendTech, he said, is better than the Vitamix. I said, prove it. So he dropped one off from me.
I got to be honest. I don't think we've ever touched the Vitamix since we got the BlendTech.
But the Vitamix was still good. But for whatever reason, and those are expensive. I mean, the Vitamix and the BlendTech, those are like, what, $300-$400 blenders.
Don't I know it?
But I use them quite a bit. It is a very useful tool
you and
in
Julian.
my kitchen. So just be very careful, folks, with these too good to be true prices. What kind of a quality power drill do you think you're getting for $21?
Hey, I don't know.
You're rolling the dice.
Get out of here. Probably lithium batteries on the charger are going to blow up and catch your house on fire.
Burn the whole place down to the ground.
Frickin'
Buster!
It looked like Pacific Palisades.
That's right. Light them up.
Oh, but it was a $21 drill from Alibaba that I got off of Temu or whatever.
Alibaba.
Alibaba, yeah, it's like Asian Amazon.
Yeah, Alibaba's a huge. It's the.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that, but you made it sound like
Alibaba. Like
yes.
All right. Finally, before we get out of here today, a couple of showbiz Hollywood things. Do you buy into this rumor that Obama has something going on with Jennifer Aniston?
No.
Okay. So Michelle's right.
Right.
I don't, but I want to.
Where's this coming from? Who started that Obama is shagging Jennifer Aniston? Where did this come from?
I would love if the two of them got together.
I mean, he's been out and about without Michelle, so I guess I can see why some people might.
What's the Jennifer Aniston impression you do with that? Do that.
I don't do that, Jennifer.
You've done that before.
No, I don't.
Like her frenzied, frantic sound that Jennifer Aniston makes.
I don't think I do an especially good.
You've
Jennifer
done
Aniston.
it in the past. I'm telling you. All right, so you don't think there's any truth to Obama and Jennifer Aniston, unfounded rumors.
I feel like I've heard this before. Why don't the two of them get together and just say, hey, this isn't a thing.
Bang one out?
Or bang one out. Brock,
all right.
You know what?
No, but you're right. But who said that Michelle has been absent from a lot of events that Obama has been in?
So I can understand Michelle Obama missing the inauguration, especially if she has beef with the current president.
With 47 Trump.
I mean, Mr. Pence's wife didn't go. I mean, I understand that.
Right.
But I don't understand her missing
Jimmy Carter's
funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was from
She had a scheduling conflict. What do you have to do that you miss Carter's funeral?
I mean, there's only a handful of presidents in our country's history. One of them kicks the bucket after 100 years. Yeah. You go to the funeral. I don't understand why she missed that. I can understand missing the inauguration.
Katy Perry has announced an Amalie Arena tour stop.
We're going.
You ought to go with Chloe and bring the picture of Chloe from, 2009 or 2010?
Yeah, third grade. Yeah.
Chloe in third grade went to see Katy Perry with Michelle at Amalie, and we had backstage passes that we got from the record company, and remember, she was so nice.
Oh, she was incredibly friendly, not just to us, but to every single person in that line.
We got to get there.
Yeah.
If she's doing a backstage, we got to go, and Chloe's got to take a new picture with Katy Perry.
Oh, we got to go get a pink wig again.
Bring the old one. Bring the old picture. And I gotta tap my record company contacts
Definitely.
And see if we can get some backstage for you guys to go. When is it? It looks like August 22nd.
Right after Chloe's birthday, too.
2 days after Chloe's birthday next summer.
Yeah.
Or I guess this summer at this point.
Yep.
And it's going to be the Lifetimes Tour. And Katy Perry will be at Amalie Arena on August 22nd.
I know Fester's a fan of Katy Perry's, too.
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, but that'd be awesome for her to go, Chloe to go back. But that could be right around the time she's leaving for law school.
She'll have to wait.
You know what? I mean, law school can wait.
Yeah.
I mean, Katy Perry only comes to town, once a decade?
You know how I know you're a fan of Katy Perry?
How?
What did you do after you had Hadley? You guys made a video?
You know what? Hadley saw that video. I could barely even.
And you used Katy Perry's song.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't pick any of that stuff.
I got to find out what record label Katy Perry's on these days, and then get the contact. We don't really deal with the record labels anymore like we did at 93 because we play older classic hits music on this station, so I don't have the.
So Bruce Springsteen comes to town, we might stand a chance.
Get a hold of the Columbia rep circa 1985.
We still play your song.
All right. Get a hold of Richie T. Hey, want to go backstage to see Springsteen. All right. And then finally, Alec Baldwin and Ilaria are getting a lot of crap. Why? Because the trailer for the Baldwins reality show has come out, and it looks like they're milking the Rust shooting and the death of Helena Hutchins, the cinematographer. They're seemingly capitalizing on that to launch the freaking show.
That's it, MJ. That's all they have going for them right now. Otherwise, they're a boring family.
I wonder if she's going to fake being a Spaniard on the reality show. She was born in Boston. Her parents are like, one's a doctor, one's a lawyer in the Boston area. And then, Ilaria Baldwin has been parading around pretending like she was born in Mallorca in Spain or something with a fake Spanish accent.
She probably is going to.
So here's the trailer.
7 children, 6 animals, 2 parents. A wild family. Why are we eating chocolate? Get off your phone. Okay.
Don't pee in that pool.
Gross. What's the matter? Happy face. My son lost his mom in the most unthinkable tragedy. This is never something to forget, and we're trying to parent through it.
Oh, so now she's lost the Spanish accent. Spanish accent's gone.
Adios.
Know that
All right, so this is the trailer for the Baldwins.
So, I don't know where I'd be if I didn't have you and these kids.
I will leave you.
Oh, my God. Why are they doing this? I mean, the only reason why you're doing this is because he must need the money.
She says you should look like this.
1989.
That is the only reason why.
Here together. I will lift you up.
And it's a Jesus miracle. She's lost the Spanish accent. She's back to an American accent. Oh, my God, it's a miracle.
Can you say it's a Jesus miracle?
It's a Jesus miracle.
Gee, MJ, so insensitive to the cultures of others.
Anyway, so clearly they must need money. He must be broke to do a reality show.
How much is TLC throwing at him to essentially make him the new Octomom?
Hey, Andrew, what channel is it on? Who's got the Alec Baldwin?
It's on TLC,
TLC.
And it's on February 23rd.
Great.
And unfortunately, I'm going to watch it.
I'm not watching that.
See.
All right. Folks, have a great day. Michelle, thanks for coming in again today.
You're welcome.
Michelle will join us again tomorrow, but will not be here on Thursday and Friday because she's getting her face burnt off after the show tomorrow with her second, the other half of her face with her fractional laser treatment.
Take the rest of the week off.
Yeah, no, she'll be here tomorrow. And then I got to take her and pick her up while she gets her face burned off with a blowtorch. All right. We'll see you back here tomorrow, folks. Have a great day. MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM, and let's be careful out there.
MJ Morning Show.
The Q105 app is your connection to all the big contests, powered by